And we're live. Welcome to Chuck's Live number dos and number 2. So in my previous stream, my premium chat told me to get Joe Rogan on the podcast. Sadly enough, I couldn't get him, which is kind of sad. However, I did manage to get someone else. It is the one, the only, Wayne.
Hiyo.
Wayne, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Hi. So, what brings you to this amazing stream?
Well, was either join the stream, or you were gonna threaten to take away my wife and kids and lock me back up in your dungeon again.
I would never do that.
But I could go on the stream and get a snack.
All right. So, today we are going to continue our playthrough of Ratchet and Clank 1. But to make it more interesting, I've invited Wayne to talk to me, so I don't feel awkward.
Like that?
Exactly. Exactly like that. Yeah. So, to make it a bit more energetic. Yo, Wayne is a little quiet. The music is almost drowning him out. Okay, well, let's do some audio mixing.
I am talking as loud as I legally can.
All right. Okay, Wayne. Let's hear it.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Chet, how is Wayne sounding now? I know that there's a big delay between what the chat sees and what we are doing, so I don't know. Maybe it's leveling out right now. I can actually do a little bit of a gander, a peek on my YouTube app, check how the stream is doing.
Yeah, there's also a delay on the actual video itself and us talking to each other in real time. Right now, it's talking about the delay thing on the YouTube.
All right, so the music was just being very loud. So I'm suspecting that the sound effects are also going to be a little bit on the loud end, which I'm going to see if I can fix that real quick. I can't unless the sounds are active.
For clarity for the chat there, I can't see what Chuck is doing in real time right now, since I am also watching his stream as I am a part of it as well. So I see what the chat sees. I don't see immediately what Chuck is doing in a second.
That's going to make commentating a little bit more difficult on the game, but this game is more like background noise. We're mostly just going to talk about stuff that's going on. So, yeah. So let's switch to the game. We're playing Ratchet and Clank.
For those that are just joining us, do you want to inform them of how far you are and give them a what's happened up until now?
Sure. So last stream, wait, am I supposed to do the talking where I say like last stream we did this or?
Yeah.
Okay, so last stream, we were playing Ratchet and Clank 1, and I was talking to the Discord chat. In fact, like the Discord chat was a bit more lively than the YouTube chat. And Discord chat is basically my premium chat. Sometimes someone I know can talk through the Discord chat to me. But in this case, instead of doing it through text chat, I've decided to invite Wayne to the stream just to speak, talk. We're going to discuss heavy politics here.
Uh-oh.
So anyway, what do you think of the Bogon Galaxy and Megacorp?
Bogon Galaxy? Which one was the Bogon Galaxy again?
Ratchet and Clank 2.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I played through that felt more like a DLC type of deal to me. That's probably my fault because I just immediately jumped right into it after Ratchet and Clank 1. I can only remember 2 worlds. The ice world that I absolutely hated, and one with you were in the sky or something. You had to like jump around and fly and float over stuff?
The sky level, you jump and that's like at the end of the game, like nearing the end, like one of the last few levels, right? With the warehouse stuff.
Yeah, exactly, that one.
Yeah. I actually thought that was my favorite. Despite me having like a fear of heights, that was one of the games where I just don't have that underbelly feeling whenever I just go up in the sky, because you can't see what you're falling down to. It's just like the clouds. Yeah, I thought a lot of people consider Ratchet & Clank 2 or Going Commando to be like the best one in the series. I think 1 and 3 are the best.
I still believe Ratchet & Clank 1 is the best one. I'm in the middle of a Ratchet & Clank 3 playthrough myself, and I'm doing the mission where you're on Velden, I believe, and you have to like shoot down the towers and help your little soldier buddies take that place back over. And I've been stuck on that for a while, not because I'm bad at it, but because I just got a new Steam Deck, and the saves are a little bit wonky. And
Oh, I feel that.
I accidentally clicked load state at a certain part instead of loading the game. So now it's very confused, just like me. And I do not have the motivation to get back into it right now.
I can relate to that. When I had to reinstall my my SteamOS operating system because I bamboozled something, and I don't know what I did. That's like the weird thing about it. My saves were gone. Anyway,
they were gone. Go find them.
I reinstalled without thinking of making a backup of my save games, and then I discovered that The Darkness 2 on Steam also doesn't use cloud saving. Anyway, let's see what the chat is saying. Our friend Tox is in the chat right now. Can I say that the background looks real neat though? Bricks and stuff. Gotta say it's very cool and edible. I'm gonna keep the stuff on in the background. All right, enough big yapping in the YouTube chat. Hee hee. See what you did there. Wait, yeah. What do you mean about edible? What do you mean?
From a certain point of view, it looks like a cake.
So, wall of bricks or cake?
Only one way to find out.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I can eat my brick wall. It's not even a real wall. It's a PNG image.
We've just been informed by Professor Marty. Do not eat bricks. They're very nutritional.
What? That means we gotta eat the bricks. If they're like nutritious, that's like the ideal food to do to like eat.
Could be a trap.
I think it could be a wrap with bricks in them.
God, I could go for a wrap right now, like Taco Bell or something.
I'm actually hungry too. Like I had some Chinese food before we started. So usually what we do on the Saturdays is we watch a movie on Discord, and like we watched a movie right before, and I decided to eat right before the movie, but I didn't bring any snacks, so now I'm just sitting here being hungry.
I didn't have snacks either. I had popcorn, but I was in the middle of cleaning the entire kitchen. So I've cleaned the microwave, I've cleaned the, what do you call it, the desk thing, and I didn't want to get it dirty all over again, so I decided I won't make popcorn. I'll get something to eat after movie night. And then after movie night, I realised, oh, shoot, there's a stream. So I had to nuke a microwave in the burger. And
I'm missing
that's
one of
all
the
I've
little...
had to eat.
Gang. I'm missing one of the little fellers. So, no matter how many times I replayed this game, and I replayed this game a lot when I was a kid, like when I played the European version, a friend of mine actually, he has a hacked PS2, and you put my old classic save games from the memory card into a digital format. Fun fact, I had to spin up a Windows virtual machine, because the software that you can use to convert the files to something that the PlayStation emulator can read, you have to use this obscure program that was created years ago. That is only available on one website. I backed it up on my Nextcloud just to make sure that, you know, the program is preserved. But it was very niche and very difficult to find. Anyway, on the saves from the European version, I replayed this game like 5 times per save, which means I've replayed this game so many times. Like, many times. 10,
Have you ever played the
20 times.
American version? Oh, sorry.
The American versions. No. No, it's not until I later on in life discovered that the American versions existed. Like for me, it was Ratchet and Clank 1, 2, 3, and Gladiator. But in America, it's called Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal, Deadlocked.
Now, I'm from the UK, so Scotland specifically, and over here, that means something else. The Going Commando thing. So
It means
I don't
going
know what
out
they
on
were
the nude, right?
Perhaps.
I think the same thing goes for America as well. I think it means the same thing. Going nude.
I'm so excited for Ratchet and Clank 4 cock and bull torture.
Ooh, Tox is saying I love preserving software. I wish my old laptop would boot up because I got some old stuff on it still. So even if your laptop is not going to boot up, you can still screw the laptop open and extract the hard drive from it. On Amazon, they sell these little converter cables, which means that you can connect your laptop, or like the hard drive of your laptop, to your current laptop, which allows you to read the files off of it. I can't get rid of my PC for the same reason. Speaking of actually, can we talk about how messed up it is that laptops don't have disk drives anymore? Or phones don't have audio jacks. Yeah, phones, they don't have the headphone jack. They don't have that anymore. Like, you could connect like a physical wired headphone to your phone, and now you can't do that anymore. It's all wireless.
Well, I'm a filthy iPhone peasant, so I'm not sure about other phones. Didn't you recently get a new phone a while ago? Like,
yes.
a dumb phone, it was called. Did that have a jack?
No, it's not a dumb phone. It's a fair phone, but it doesn't have an audio jack. The previous model did, but this is like the Fairphone 5. And the nice thing about the Fairphone 5 is you can just slam it open. So if I show it on camera, like getting it a little bit bigger, you can tear open the back panel, and you can remove the battery and all the stuff. You can like loosen up the screen. You can remove the screen, replace it very easily. I had to replace my camera lens because I dropped it, and I dropped it precisely flat. That's the battery that went out. So I dropped it precisely flat, causing the lens to crack. And I don't know if you've ever tried to take a picture with a smudgy lens, but imagine that like permanently, because it's cracked.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I did, but the damage was already done. Like, the lens was cracked, so I had to replace it. Now, what Fairphone does is they allow you to order replacement parts.
Just like Steam does.
Just like Steam does. So when your deck is broken, you can get like a new part for your deck, like the one that's broken. For your phone, in this case, I got a new lens, but during the order, I forgot that I had a black Fairphone, and I forgot to select the black color. So now I have like a special edition Fairphone with the green camera.
Neato.
I actually posted that on Blue Sky, by the way. Like, hey, I repaired my phone, but at what cost?
What's Blue Sky?
Blue Sky is like Twitter, but more left-leaning, I guess. Well, I wouldn't really say left-leaning. It is, how would I say this? It's more, it's less tolerant to the conservative views, I guess. Then I'm not gonna try to get political for that, but I think Blue Sky is nicer than Twitter in that toxicity is less encouraged.
Encouraged? Less encouraged?
Less encouraged to be toxic. What?
Oh,
Whiskit Chuck up to the rescue. If I tried to open things up, it would explode. When your deck is broken. Me when my deck is broken. That's what my mental health doctor says, but reading the chat, by the way.
He's whipping his dick out.
He's whipping his dick out. Yeah, like I love when companies allow you to repair your own stuff. Like the right to repair is something that's very fragile right now.
Nintendo really needs something like that real badly because the drift on the Joy-Con sticks is fucking abysmal.
Yeah, it's just not doable.
Wait, am I allowed to swear yet?
Yes, yeah, you can say it.
So the curse of the day, chat, is fuck Knuckles. Never will get marked for kids.
Awesome. That is fucking amazing. So, basically, you first.
So I wanted to talk about. You mentioned Steam Decks earlier, and I wanted to talk about. They just had an update. I think it was yesterday. I got it this morning, I think. Do you know what it is?
They made the Steam Deck operating system SteamOS available for more machines.
So Rogue Allies and things like that.
Yeah, so like you don't need to use a distro like Bazite anymore, though I do think Bazite is still great for gaming computers, like gaming stations that you would hook up underneath your television. But like they got SteamOS now available for AMD machines, which it kind of already was.
So why would you choose to use SteamOS over Windows when it comes to gaming?
There are plentiful of reasons. One, Windows has a bigger overhead. Especially Windows 11 is running a lot of services in the background, which will impact gaming performance. Also, our chat is saying, watch your language. You can't say Knuckles on YouTube. Yes, Sega's gonna strike us. I want to stream things so bad, but my computer and internet won't do that, right? Soft sigh. One day, and I will have a sick PNG tuber ready when I do it. That's why I have a VTuber avatar, but I'm too shy to stream. Well, one day, when you get the better internet, and we are finally popular, and Joe Rogan has finally been on the podcast, well, it's not a podcast, but on the stream like once, we'll give you a great shout out, and we'll invite you as a guest.
Wait, are you talking to Marty or Talks?
Both, actually. You know what? Both. Both. I don't know if Talks wants, if Marty wants to become a streamer, but they're gonna be.
Technically, I'm not streaming. I'm just talking.
Well, that's co-streaming, I guess. You better.
The only streaming that I really do is on Discord on our server.
I think that still counts. Like you're charming person alongside a video game.
Yeah, nice. But I don't have the responsibility of not getting cancelled.
Well, there was the giving birth in VC controversy. That's
That wasn't my fault.
You see, a white man has been there.
How can you tell?
Someone was pregnant in VC. So anyway, we have like this Discord community server, or like our little space for friends, and yeah. So we had this little accident, and now we have the rule like don't give birth in VC. It's just don't do it.
Should we tell them about the content warning and Adam Sandler?
I think you should have started with the content warning for that one. So, for those who haven't heard it yet, trigger warning: Adam Sandler.
Ooh.
Okay, so during movie nights, you have to give like a content warning to, you know, make sure that people know what they're getting into, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to surprisingly slip torture into your film and accidentally trigger somebody. Yeah,
or in this case, like when Adam Sandler appears on screen, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, he's just sandling about.
Yep, he's always playing the wacky, goofy guy that always gets the girl.
It looks like how do you word that? What's a nice way to put this?
A fan fiction?
Adam Sandler looks like a fan fiction. Yeah, like the writer, I suppose. I'm kidding. No, Adam Sandler's quite funny because he himself isn't a 10, but the women that he wins in the movies, 10s all the time.
Yep. Okay, Doc's saying we should all be guests in each other's streams. And that's something that I really want to do, like in the future, when everyone is streaming. I'm not just going to torment you on Discord, but also on YouTube. Picks up the... Aw, man. Picks up the super glue. I mean, at least you guys told me about it, so at least I didn't sink months into my live Discord birth prank before being told not to, shaking my head for real, for real. Would you say not warning you about Adam Sandler would be a technical foul? So you didn't start that one with a warning?
Ban him, chat.
Yo, mods, ban from planet. Just ban from the planet. We cannot allow this. Like, Adam Sandler should not be just mentioned that casually.
I'm sorry, Marty. You've been hit by the Adam Bandler.
So anyway, right now in Ratchet and Clank, because I forgot we're playing a video game.
Are we?
I'm currently, yeah, kinda. Okay, so we're currently doing the mission where okay, so there's this planet, Orxon, and Ratchet can't breathe here, because this is not Orxon. This is the Earth in 20 years. So don't worry about it. In the future, we'll have like a rich guy who is gonna create a new planet for us for a fee.
Will he have a ponytail?
He will have a ponytail. He's a chairman, an executive supreme chairman.
He's got my vote.
I voted for you. I don't know if you've seen this, but okay, so there's this thing where I'm kind of addicted to YouTube Shorts, and I kept seeing this clip of... so it's 2 spaceships in Star Wars, I think during the events of Episode 3. And it's like a skit where the Supreme Chancellor, Palpatine, is being escorted by the Jedi in their ship, and there's this other ship going alongside it with General Grievous in it. And he's like, oh my god, it's the Chancellor! I voted for you! And the Chancellor's like, I've never seen this man in my entire life! And I thought it was funny. I heard German for a second and get excited. Ah, guten Morgen. Willkommen.
So, how many Clank levels were there in this game originally?
Let's see. You start out with the not the Gremlin base, but the Blark station. That is one. Then I think that one and this level are the only Clank levels. They're very forgettable, so bringing them up, I just don't know.
Like, I never hear anybody talk about them unless they're complaining about the game.
That's because the Clank levels are kind of disruptive of the regular gameplay loop, which I kind of understand, but you can't just do the same thing over and over again. But then again, we have like the hoverboard missions, which they could have expanded on instead of making a level to accommodate for Clank. I understand that they want to make him relevant.
Yeah, the game's called Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, but I think Clank is already doing enough by just being the, an extension of Ratchet's gameplay loop. Like in the future games, the PlayStation 3 games, they give him this big role in the storyline, and it doesn't really,
Let's try to steer away from spoilers. Let the viewers figure out what happens once you play these games in the future.
Okay, so like, there's a bit of a chosen one storyline. That's all I'm willing to say. What that they do, which is a trope that I'm really tired of seeing. It's not nice. Like, Ratchet and Clank to me, especially when you play the games on the PlayStation 2, they're just 2 guys who have met each other by chance. And that's it. They just do good because they want to do good. They're heroes because they don't really... They're not the chosen one, but they just want to do good, and that's something I enjoy.
They're literally just 2 bros chilling in a hot tub, 5 people at a heart because they're not gay.
What do you have
Yeah. So I do like the conflict that they're having in this game. I just think it drags on for way too long.
I don't know. I never really enjoyed their conflict because it felt like Ratchet was having a change of character. Like, at first he seemed decent, and then he just becomes a total dickhead to Ratchet. Sorry, to Clank, for no reasons whatsoever. Like, it felt
Yeah,
so
I feel
forced.
that.
You can also use our complimentary flippers to partake in speed swimming. So come to Joe Resort.
Oh, Pokitaru, my favorite planet.
Your troubles behind.
Is it?
Yeah. Except for the sand.
Yeah, it's rough, coarse, irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Careful, Chuck. You might seduce some of the viewers.
Hell no. Ratchet and Clank, more like Rat Shit Shaker.
I don't know how to respond to that one.
And neither
When we
do
were
I.
in- When we were in the Postal Discord server, there were a lot of people making shaker jokes about something, I don't know, and I never understood it.
I never understood it either. It was a weird server to be in.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. So anyway, Jawai Resort, Pokitaru. It's what do you think of the soundtrack of that level? Because it's very much just the Velden but tropical.
I like it. I think this game has the best soundtrack out of the entire series. I don't remember any of the jokes from. Sorry, not jokes. I was reading Marty's thing there. I don't remember any of the music from Ratchet and Clank 2, except for what's the name of the planet? The one where Captain Quark is like a tour guide or something.
Captain Quark is a tour guide. Wait, wasn't that Size Matters?
No,
Or like not a tour guide, but it was.
no. So there was a Ratchet and Clank. Sorry, not Ratchet and Clank. There was a Captain Quark fanboy there, and you had to give him something, so he would give you something else.
Oh, the Fizzwidget tour guide. That's the shit. I don't know what the level is called again, but it's the one where yeah, the fanboy is actually a villain in one of the future games, and that game is not really great.
Was it that? Oh, what was it called? Ratchet and Clank foursome or something?
Yeah. Also, Marty is mad at. I stole their joke. So wait,
Content for our channel.
free jokes. Keep them coming. I'm gonna steal. I'm stealing your memes.
Lawyer
I'm
up.
I'm stealing them. After the stream, I'm getting my ass sued. First Joe Rogan, now it's gonna be Marty. I got the spicy water, by the way.
Spicy what? Lemonade?
No, this is water, like carbonated water.
Oh god.
Okay, first of all, how dare you? Is what Marty is saying. So how dare we?
Damn.
I'm suing. Okay,
Yeah.
we're getting sued. This is not great. Like, can you please sue us when I'm actually making money off of the stream, please?
Please don't sue. I don't have a tie.
Please don't sue. I can't lawyer up. You see, after the divorce, my wife took everything. The kids. I don't even have kids. The wife, the kids, they're all gone. My job.
I think
It's all gone.
funny that people on the internet are more likely to get angry if you steal a meme than if you steal an NFT.
That's because NFTs are dumb.
Agreed.
Like, not to shit on anyone's parade, but honestly, if you bought an NFT, I'm gonna stare at you like this. As I stare to the cam, I forget that the enemies are spawning. Like, it's insane. Like, NFTs are just digital goods, and I understand that, you know, getting a weapon digitally, like a weapon in Counter-Strike or Team Fortress 2, like, those weapons have values. Ah, fuck. Died. Like, those weapons have monetary values because there are, like, conversion websites where you can exchange like a digital weapon for money, but an NFT, a picture of something, it doesn't even do anything. You can't show that thing off in a video game.
Isn't it just like if you own an NFT, you don't own the picture, you own a receipt of the picture?
You
Or something like that.
own... Yeah, so it's not even like you own the image, because everyone can screenshot an image, and that's, you know...
I image now, fucko.
Can I steal the wife? It's Docs, you can have the wife.
You didn't buy the decoy?
Why would I need the decoy?
Well, you want the long
No,
version or the short version?
You can glitch through walls by using the decoy. Is that it? Yeah, you can.
No,
That's
I was gonna
actually how...
say because
I got some great bargains for you today.
I'll let you go.
Okay, so when using the decoy glove, when you replay the game and you have like the decoy glove enabled, you can literally just skip the entirety of Blackwater City. You go up to a certain point where you see the door, you just do one of the two paths, and then you glitch yourself through the doors.
If you ever do a Ratchet and Clank speedrun, you need to remember that.
There's actually a channel that I watch on YouTube that does Ratchet and Clank speedruns, and he is doing things in Ratchet and Clank that I cannot understand, even if I tried. Like, that man is insane.
What's the channel called? Or are we allowed to plug other channels in this stream?
I would plug his channel immediately if I could remember. But I simply don't. I wouldn't even be able to look up his name because that's just on me. That's my brain.
Well, you know what? Shout out to this one guy Chuck's talking about that we don't know the name of. You're a real one.
I mean, I don't think
There
he's
we
gonna
go.
get a lot of views through me, but he is definitely deserving of a lot of views, especially if you're a Ratchet and Clank fan and you love speedrunning these games. I'm an idiot again because I'm using my wrench for these things. This is just painful to watch.
And there was a boss in one of the levels where if you beat him using only the wrench, you'll get a skill point.
Wait, someone is pissing on the moon? Why do you think the moon is
Again?
yellow? It's because it's made of piss cheese, aka French cheese. Ew, French. Ew, French. Ah, yes, piss cheese. What is going on? Swiss cheese from AliExpress. Okay, Wayne, continue.
I forgot what I was going about this.
There's a boss level in game.
Yeah, so do you remember where you got the grind boots?
Yeah.
See that giant mantis monster looking thing?
Yeah.
The one that summons his little babies to attack you? If you kill that only using your wrench, you will get a skill point.
Ooh. I think I
The skill
remember
points
actually
are
doing
in
that.
this game.
Okay, so when you replay the game, you unlock a new goodies menu, which allows you to enable cheats like bigger heads and all that kind of stuff. Oh man, I'm not doing great.
Maybe we should use the decoy.
I don't think decoys work on a moving platform, but I'm gonna try.
I think that's what I used. I definitely used the pyro incinerator thing though. Like, this is for secondary.
Alright. I'm starting to feel like the gameplay is more secondary and we're just yapping. This is the yap stream now.
You need to lock in and focus. Otherwise,
I-
we'll be stuck in this game for fucking years.
I'm actually planning on finishing this game during this stream, but I don't know if we're gonna make it.
Not if that, it should be one.
Good point.
This is
Actually,
Clank rules,
recently...
brother.
Yeah. I actually recently finished this game on the Steam Deck. So I should be
Can't
better
remember
at
what
it, but... One thing, since it's emulated, it does lag in certain points of the level, and it doesn't matter what settings I change, it will keep doing that.
Are you playing the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3 version?
PlayStation 2.
I hear the PlayStation 3 version runs better.
It does, but it has graphical glitches, and... Yeah, I prefer the originals because they're original, and I'm secretly hoping that the PlayStation 2 emulator, PCSX2, will get an update that's gonna fix all the issues, but at this point it's wishful thinking.
Would you rather get that update or Ratchet and Clank recompiled and ported to PC?
I would rather have Ratchet & Clank recompiled. If someone is out there doing that work already, please, please. This runs like... okay, so no jabs at the PlayStation 2 emulator team, but these are like problems that have been occurring in these games for a while now. Like, these are complaints that have been there for years. And I understand that the PlayStation 2 is like the weirdest architecture to work with. But the PS3 was considered unemulatable because of the cell architecture. And those versions right now run better, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, and now look at it. It's better to emulate PlayStation 3 than it is to emulate Xbox 360.
Which is insane, because the Xbox 360, the name already says, like, you know, the X in Xbox 360 is the DirectX stuff that people on PC are already using. Unless you're me, I'm using Linux. Linux mentioned. Wrong audio track.
Should we get a Linux counter for the stream?
Maybe we should. I was actually gonna do the applause button, but I forgot which one it does. Linux mentioned. Yes, I know. I had to get the applause in. Can I get another one? Okay, can Wayne get another one?
I don't want one.
Too late.
I don't deserve one.
In that case, why don't you crack a joke?
Let me think. I don't know any jokes, but I'm pretty sure that an owl has invaded our stream.
Who?
Well, I don't know who yet specifically, but we need to look through the chat. Wait, what? What are those floating dolphins in the background of this level?
Oh, they're ships that are currently dumping toxins into the water. Toxic goo.
Damn, bro, that's not cool. You should maybe, like, destroy them or something.
I think we have 2 people in the chat becoming friends. Oh, that's horrid. Thank you. You're welcome. And we're all sharing a brain cell. How ru aibu? Who?
Oh.
An owl has invaded our Discord server.
I can hear my brother shouting in the background. I don't know if you guys can.
I can't hear him.
Oh, good. Because my dog just walked into my room and he's left the door open and he's decided to sleep in my bed. But if I close it, he's gonna kick up a fuss and start scratching at the door.
That's dogs for you. My cat will do the same thing. I could go to the toilet and have the door closed, and my cat will like scratch the door as if I'm dying in there. I mean, I am. That's not the point, but still, you know, give a man some privacy.
Why do they call it a restroom when you're fighting for your fucking life in there?
I have no clue.
If you could visit any planet on Ratchet and Clank, where would you go?
Metropolis.
From the first
Despite
game
my
only. Let's keep this easy.
Okay, so Ratchet and Clank 1, Metropolis. It's the most iconic level in the game.
Is that the second level?
It's the one with the big skyscrapers and the flora and fauna, where you get the slingshot.
I would definitely go to Poketaro.
Poketaro is nice, but it's currently infested with little critters.
I mean, that's just free food, if you know how to hunt.
Yeah.
Don't they go back to Poketaro and Size Matters on the PSP?
They do, but it's a... I don't know, you can tell that Ratchet and Clank Size Matters is not made by Insomniac. The controls are a little bit more stiff. And oddly enough, when they brought back Ratchet and Clank Size Matters for the PlayStation 5, they actually decided to use the PlayStation Portable versions, which is weird, because the PlayStation 2 versions have higher res textures, and, you know, the PS5 is a console for your TV. You see where I'm going with this?
Unless you have like a really tiny TV that you bought from a Smurf in the pub.
So unless you have like a TV that you bought from a Smurf in a pub, those details, like the PlayStation Portable being outstretched over your TV screen, it's not gonna look good. When I still had my PS5, I actually played that version, and yeah.
What had better
shit.
controls? Was it the PlayStation 2 version or the PSP version?
The PlayStation 2 version merely for the right thumbstick that you can use, because in size matters you have to use like the little bumpers. Oh shit.
Do you think there's a way that you could configure that on an emulator so you can play the
Yeah.
PSP version and get the right stick to work?
Yeah, definitely, because the PlayStation 5 version actually had that enabled by default. So whenever you would use the right analog stick, you would also control like the bumpers. So they had like in the emulator, you can open the settings and remap the control buttons. You could just change that.
Neat.
Look what I figured out. Look what I figured out how to do. Hi! Hello, Pink, with a Y.
I know who that is. I'm not going to say who, but I know exactly who that is.
I have no clue. Wait. No, I don't know.
Don't tell chat. Don't tell chat if you know.
I don't know. I can guess. I can take a wild guess, but that's pretty much it. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Hello. So anyway, back to Ratchet and Clank. I forgot what I was gonna say.
We were talking about the PSP port of Size Matters.
Oh yeah, I could yap about that version all day. The PSP version is okay. However, it's an odd choice to use like that version for the PlayStation 5. It's kind of weird. I just use a different weapon, by the way.
Was there any other
yes.
PSP Ratchet and Clank games, or was that the? Oh wait, there was Secret Agent Clank.
Yeah, that one is considered the worst version, but when I was a kid and I played the PS2 version, which is even considered worse than the original version on the PSP, I actually liked it. I love the setting, I love the theming, and I like that a certain villain, like a side villain from a game, appeared to be like the main bad guy, and the prison fights with Ratchet and Clank, with Ratchet, with the old enemy showing up. That was funny too. I mean, I don't really consider the game canon that much because it simply doesn't fit, but wait a minute. I could have just used...
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm just feeling really dumb. I could have used the suck cannon to suck up those little critters, and I've used ammo for nothing. Thank you, Marty. I used to them being idiots.
Wow.
I can't open it either. I don't trust the tourists.
Roasted
And the board of directors don't
on our
trust
own
me.
stream.
So we have a
Ow.
problem.
We
I
can
mean,
never
that's
get Joe
the...
Rogan on this show.
I'm sure we can. I mean, you know, that's what the stream is for. You know, streams on YouTube are nothing but the chat bullying the streamer. I don't know if it works yet, but if you want to do a donation thing, you can like do super chats, and the automated voice will read it out loud. Don't spend your money on me. Don't do it.
Spend it on me, however. I'll use that money responsibly to buy myself an ice cream.
Definitely. Oh wait, we gotta buy a thruster pack. Okay, so little bit of lore. This guy is Al's brother, like Big Al's brother, and it makes sense because he can upgrade Clank with a thruster pack.
So is that
In the
little
Ratchet and
Al?
Clank, I think so. In the reboot, in the Ratchet and Clank reboot based on the movie, which is based on this game, they removed this character entirely.
His character?
Yeah, this character just doesn't exist, along with a lot of other side characters that appear in this game.
That is a crime.
It is. It's because they based it off of the movie, which cut a lot of stuff from this game. Or like from the conversion from this game to the movie, they cut a lot of stuff. And I mean a lot.
Didn't they remove the last planet that you were on, the Drex homeworld? Or they
It's
renamed
actually-
it or something?
It's Ratchet's homeworld, but what they do in the reboot is they destroy the planet of like one of the first planet you visit. I think it's Navalis that they destroy. And then the last level is the cannon that's supposed to destroy the planets, but it's not really a cannon. It's a recycled spaceship basically, or like a space station.
Confusing.
Yeah, so Insomniac had to make like a game based on the movie, but because the movie kept switching scripts, Insomniac couldn't keep up. So what they did was make Captain Quark like the storyteller, the narrator, basically.
The way I see it is, this game, the one we're playing right now, is canon, and the movie game is just Quark's version of it, with him being an unreliable narrator.
That's actually what Insomniac was going for. So you're right about that. That's 100% canon. Insomniac was so... Yeah.
No, you first.
Okay, so Insomniac was so done with the movie's progress that they just decided to make Quark the narrator, which does in fact make this game canon and the movie game non-canon. But they still use stuff from the movie, or like the reboot game, in Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which is supposed to make it a bit more friendly towards newcomers who aren't familiar with the PlayStation 2 games.
And how did that go?
Rift Apart was a huge success. It really showcased the PlayStation 5 strength. And my computer strength, by the way.
I think I had that in the Steam Deck, and me and you were trying to figure out how to fix the... It looked quite pixely. And apparently,
So that's
apparently a lot of PlayStation 5 games on the Steam Deck use... Oh, what's it called?
FSR?
That's it, FSR, and you can't turn it off.
Yeah, it's mainly because if they render the game at full resolution, the game is gonna look okay, but the frame rate is gonna dip to the point where you can't even play the game.
I got God of War working on the Steam Deck to look pretty good and get a solid 50 frames per second. And I
That's
don't remember
pretty
how I did it.
To me, 40 frames is the new 60 if it's on a handheld.
30, I can handle if it's consistently 30. But if it does, well, if you try to emulate Vice City Stories on your, I don't know if it's on PC or just a Steam Deck issue, but it'll switch between 30 and 60. That's a problem.
Yeah, that is annoying. That's just not a problem. That's annoying straight up. That's awful. I'd rather have a game run stable at 30 frames than switch from 60 to 30.
Exactly. There is a patch for it though. I think I sent you it a while ago. I don't know how well it works.
I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know, but... Hold on. The stream is talking about Wayne is gonna buy piss cheese. They should make a game about piss cheese, trust. There is, it's called Pac-Man. Oh my god. I think our chat is trying to reinvent the wheel.
I think they're trying to piss in the wheel.
Wheel has been pissed on.
What did Pig just say in the chat?
Ik heb Nederlands geleerd voor dit. I learned Dutch for this.
So for
the
all
only
the
ones...
comments in chat, what does that mean?
Learn Dutch. Also, Marty and I are the only ones who are able to understand that. Some people might notice my accent. It's very Dutch. Yeah, I know.
You sound like Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
My name is... Wait, fuck.
Wrong show.
Wrong show. That's the Cleveland show. I have no ammo. In my severe lapse of judgment, I have no ammo.
I am behind on your stream, so I like 10 seconds. I'm seeing what Marty sees.
Nederlands. Ugh.
What would happen if you shot down those ships that are flying about in the sky?
A good question. I think it would earn me a skill point. The same way it did on the other planets.
Do you plan on 100% in this game, or are you just going to beat it and move on to the next one?
Beat it, move on to the next one. I might come back to this game, use the same save file, and maybe that's gonna be interesting, but I don't know. I don't know. It's gotta be maybe an in-betweener stream. Like, So, during the weekdays, whenever there's nothing to do in the evening, because I do have a job, I do go to the gym, but if there's like... Yeah, I have no ammo. If there's like nothing to do, I can just do something in between. Like maybe 2 hours of, I don't know, I'm recently getting really into Skyrim. Baldur's Gate, but Baldur's Gate is very lore heavy, so that might not be a great game to stream randomly. One, because of spoilers. Two, lots of story bits. Three, I might actually by accident show a nipple on the stream and YouTube will nuke my channel.
There's also the case of it being like extremely hyper popular, so there's probably a little bit of burnout from some people watching that. You know, everybody's playing it, everybody's streaming it.
I don't really intend to play the popular stuff. Mainly because, one, I'm not really one to go with the crowd, and two, there are streamers that are probably way better at that stuff than I am, like Call of Duty, Fortnite, like the popular games. There was a time where I used to be a very competitive gamer. That's not me anymore.
Oh, that's a nice one.
So, what do you plan on streaming after this?
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's a good question, and I think maybe something that is multiplayer so that you
Yay.
or any guests might actually be able to join the adventure. There's a game we always play, which might be interesting to play. It's a little pirate game. I don't think a lot of people have heard of it, but
Is it one that takes place in a particular sea full of people that take things that don't belong to them?
it might be. It might be, my dear Watson.
The only concern I have for that is if somebody crashes my ship and I crash out on them.
I'll make a little hotkey on my numpad to make sure that if you start crashing out and use very naughty words, I'll bleep it out live.
Half a stream is just going to be bleeps and bloops.
It's funny when it's bleeped out.
You got that from Brutal Legend.
Yeah, I did.
Another game we could potentially stream, but however, the issue might be
music.
Copyright strikes. Yeah. Also, spoiler warning, Steve from Minecraft.
It's the Steve video game before we had Steve the video game. Oh, this is shit. I don't have the remote controlled rockets.
Is that an upgrade? Or is that a new level? Sorry, not a
It's
level,
like
a new gun.
it's a different gun. It's the Visibomb gun.
Trying to remember where you get that from.
The Gadgetron vendor, but I have like $2. I have $2. 2K bolts is just $2.
I remember reading up a while ago on this game, before I started playing Ratchet and Clank 1, that they say that this game's economy is the cruelest for when you're trying to get more bolts.
There's an achievement, I believe that achievement started out on the PlayStation 3 version of the game, where you have like, if you have like 1 million bolts, you're getting an achievement or like a trophy. And that's quite cruel. So what people do is they go to the Blackwater City level and they play or they clip themselves through the walls to get to the hoverboard stage. Now, above the hoverboard stage, there is like a pile of crates, and they respawn every time you go underneath it. So that every time you go near that part of the level, you can jump through the crates, because that's epic. What people do is they put like a little thing on their controller, a rubber band, and a coin on a button, so that they can use a certain weapon called the Taunter to break the crates, but make Ratchet also walk around so that the crates keep respawning and the crates also keep breaking. So it's like an infinite money glitch. The only problem is no one has time for that, so they rubber band the controller and put like a coin here and then put another rubber band on it so that Ratchet continues to move on his own. You can, I don't know, grab a cup of tea.
I did that, but I used my thumb. I wasn't smart enough to use a coin and a rubber band.
I learned it from the Ratchet & Clank subreddit because someone was getting very fed up with that achievement, like that one trophy for the HD trilogy.
Yeah, I heard it requires like at least 3 playthroughs to get that.
It does, and the funny fact is, on my European save, I actually have one where I have a bajillion bolts. A million bolts, basically.
That's a lot of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts! And bolts. Let's see, what does the chat say? Please, I'm begging for Don't Starve Together. I've wanted to play that game for a million years. I have that game in my Steam. I played it with my partner, like, once or twice, and we kept dying. We starved.
I remember
Right,
they were telling
which-
me to get my game as well. And I did,
Yep.
and he's never played it with me.
Well, since Doc wants to play it, maybe?
I'm up for that.
Also,
Didn't they have a crossover with Cult of the Lamb?
they did. So they got Weber in Cult of the Lamb, and they got the little lamb in Don't Starve Together. Also, Pink is saying, wish one of you went to the toilet and didn't flush. Disgusting. And Marty is replying, it wasn't me. So Wayne, do you have something to confess?
Disgusting!
Disgusting. So anyway, not a paid promotion, but I'm using the new controller. It's a 8-bit Do Ultimate or Ultimo 2. And the nice thing about this little controller is it has like adjustable buttons, little back buttons, more bumpers. Oh, and you can adjust the lighting, so it's like the trigger lights, pretty cool stuff. And it comes with a dock. But that's not all. You can get this controller for only 60 euros or bucks, which is insane because controllers nowadays are way more expensive. And they do get stick drift. Yeah, this controller is like 60, well, 55 euros.
I don't know if I'm just not used to controller prices, but that's still quite expensive.
Usually a controller price is the same as a video game. Like for an Xbox controller, like a new one, you pay 60 bucks, or you used to pay 60 bucks. They're now around 70. Same with the DualSense controller. And I have a DualSense controller, but it broke down after it fell once.
Relatable.
Yeah, it has stick drift now, and one of the buttons is every time I press the square button, it just hangs.
My PlayStation 2 controller, my classic one, is if you move up, you're stuck moving up, and you need to manually move your stick back into the middle.
Ooh.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah, that. Did you know that the PlayStation 2 controllers, like the buttons on it, the X, the square, and the circle, are pressure sensitive?
Like the Street Fighter arcade game?
No, like all the buttons on the PlayStation 2 controller, the X, square, triangle, circle, they are pressure sensitive. So if you press them harder, the input will be like changed. There's not a lot of games that use the feature though, but Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, Vice City, and 3 are the only ones using it. So the harder you press the button, like the X button, the faster your car is going. I always thought that was like a placebo effect, but it's real.
I need to test that out. Do you think that would work on a Nah, it wouldn't work on a Steam Deck, would it?
I think you would have to program something in it. It has to be through a controller that has pressure-sensitive buttons. A quick
Back in the
Google
day,
search will
when Street Fighter 2
answer
was in the
that.
arcade, they had pads for the what's the word? For the controller. And your character in Street Fighter 2 on the arcade would either do a light attack, a medium attack, or a heavy attack, depending on how hard you pressed or punched the button.
Marty is saying, this is fun, but it's 1 a.m. and I'm so tired. Good night and have fun. Alright, have a good night, Marty.
Somebody donate a Red Bull to Marty so they can stay up and watch our stream.
Red Bull and barbecue chips like a real Yakuza would.
Real Yakuza take showers.
No, they don't. But a real Yakuza play with a gamepad. Not sponsored, but the 8-bit Do gamepad. It's very cheap. Very good controller.
But are we sponsored by the Yakuza?
I'm not allowed to say.
Neither am I.
I think the contract said something about a non-disclosure agreement.
I couldn't read it. It was in Japanese.
The same. Oh look, the Red Bull! The Red Bull sponsorship! It's coming through! Ratchet is getting a Red Bull!
I've always wanted to try this nanotech stuff.
This dispenser also carries ultra
Damn, the Red Bull nanotech really does hit different.
technology.
$30,000 for the ultimate upgrade. Eh. Yeah, I've been slacking with the
How much nanotech does that give you?
so right now we have 5. And the one that you get after is 8. 8 little nanotech bubbles.
No wonder it's so expensive.
Yeah, so it's like one bubble is 5 bolts. So let's see, 3 more, 3 times 5. No, it should be 15. What is this inflation bullshit?
I told you, it's a ruthless economy.
Yeah, that's like selling a gaming console halfway through the generation, or like at the end of the generation for more money instead of less.
For a video game for 80 quid. I'm calling you out, Nintendo.
I'm calling you out, PlayStation. And Microsoft after increasing the price of their console here in Europe.
I think that affects the UK as well, or is it just the European Union?
It does. I looked up the reasoning behind the increase of prices, and believe it or not, okay, I'm not going to get political, but the tariffs are added again. So, I think I've said this... Okay, but I want to explain why it increases the price for us as well. So, I think I did this in the previous stream as well. So, right now, the American people are going to have to pay more for a console because of the tariffs, because computer components are being imported from other countries. The PlayStation 5 is coming from Japan, so it's going to have like an increased price. So what Sony does is they don't want the American people to pay that much. So what they do is they split the extra cost over the European market, American market, and any other markets that they're in. So that's why they're increasing for everyone, and not just the Americans.
So it's fair.
It's not really fair, because we Europeans never voted for tariffs. And that's all I'm going to say about it. We never voted for tariffs.
I mean, like, fair in a sense.
I would never vote for the annoying orange. That's all I'm saying, especially since I kind of saw this coming, and everyone did. So.
Moving on, let's not talk about politics, but does Skyrim belong to the Nords, Chuck, or are you with the Empire on this one?
You see, so, you see, I like the color blue better than red, so...
Good choice. These little critters remind me of some alien from Lilo and Stitch. Out now in theaters.
Especially the blue one. Oh shit! Especially the little blue ones that wake up the other critters. Anyway, back to political talk. So the inflation in the Solana Galaxy that happens in Ratchet & Clank 3, do you think that's because of the war with Dr. Nefarious, or do you think it's just the economy itself just not being very stable since it's based on bolts?
Well, if you read the political guidebook, it will tell you in the rules section at Rule 42 all about inflation. If you want to hear more about this, look up Ratchet and Clank Rule 42 inflation.
I think it's 34.
I don't know. I don't look this stuff up.
Neither do I. I never look at weird stuff on the internet. That would be weird, right? I'm a good boy.
Put weird things on the internet.
Yeah. Like, who would do that?
It's kind of crazy how Ratchet is literally just walking about with his grippers out this entire time.
You know, I never really paid attention to it, but yeah.
It's like he's probably got like a rock stuck in his toe or something.
I mean, animals walk on their paws as well in nature, so do you think it's kind of like the same?
Well, they're padded, usually. Ratchet's feet don't look padded.
Is that because you just don't see them a lot, or is it like, do you think that's like a choice that they made, or like did they think about putting little toe beans on Ratchet, or?
Well, PlayStation 2 didn't have that much high definition. If it was a more modern version, probably, because they really went all out on his fur. Right now, it just looks like a rubber Lombax.
True. If we really want to bitch about game design in Ratchet and Clank, so in Tools of Destruction, he has like an outfit with his arms like exposed, right?
Yeah.
So in this game, when you look at his arms, you see like the little stripes on his fur.
Oh, I know where
Yeah.
you're going with this.
Yeah, they
Good.
don't show it. They don't show the stripes on his fur, on his arms, even though they're exposed. They look like noodles.
Can we not talk about food, please? I'm starving.
Okay. So anyway,
What do you
Ratchet and
think about
Clank. Oh, good job for Sly Cooper fans. Sly Cooper is working for Sony again. Or like,
What do you mean?
is in contact. So basically, he applied for a job at Bungie Studios, and he got the job.
Oh, wait, are you... Wait, what?
Yeah, Sly Cooper has got a job at Bungie Studios.
Not PlayStation?
No, Bungie. But Bungie is under PlayStation, so I think we're all right. Get it? Sly's working at Bungie because, you know.
Is this some PlayStation joke? I'm too much of an Xbox peasant to understand.
Oh, wrong one. No, it's Bungie. One of the developers at Bungie stole art assets.
Uh-huh. Oh.
So the joke is Sly applied for a job at Bungie and he got the job.
How did that work?
Yep. Is it comfortable to use, Chuck? Wait, what is? What is comfortable to use? Oh, the controller. Oh yeah, definitely. It feels very nice in the hands. It's like an Xbox controller, and where the buttons and the stuff, it's all in the right position. Only $60. If this controller is gonna break in less than a week, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
Chat, don't buy this controller until a week later and find out what happens for Chuck.
So in the next stream, I'll tell you if this controller survived.
Did you know that with this mask that you're wearing right now on this planet, if you try to attack the tanks on Blackwater, their gas won't hurt you?
I never really tried that, but I think you told it to me. You told me before, but that's like that is detail that you like. Wow, you would not expect a developer to put that into a game.
I didn't tell you that. Are you reading the Gadgetron customer support emails again?
So you see the one non-disclosed sponsorship that we do have with the non-disclosed group of people from Japan. Where am I going with this again? Yeah, I might have read some emails, but just saying, but it didn't like it didn't keep the lights on, so I might have read some emails and deleted some tweets.
What's your favourite ship? What would you say? I like this big clunky orange one that he uses.
So my favorite ship is our friendship.
Double tap the R1
Aww.
to stray from side to side.
But no, for real, I think the purple one looks very awesome. Like the one that you get after this one, it's very fast looking, and it's also the one that they showed in the demo.
Have they ever figured out what happened to Ratchet's ship in the first level? Like, he just fixes it and then boom, broke.
Yeah, so it just blows up and then it doesn't exist anymore, it just phases out of existence. So one thing I really don't like is that the game doesn't pause if I try to open up the weapon wheel.
I mean, you can always just manually pause. I mean, that is tedious though, but still.
I hate it when you're right.
That happens a lot.
It does. Anyway, I saw a
This game didn't have-
golden bolt.
This game didn't have like lock on and strafing, did it?
Nope. Well, yes, but not really. Damn it. It does have the lock-on strafe mechanic. Well, the strafe mechanic. So when you double press the button or like the bumper, Ratchet can do like a strafing mode with the thruster pack.
Ooh, if you kill all of these little gremlins here, you'll get a skill point.
Well, time to become an exterminator and get rid of all those critters. El Diablo is in the chat. I'm waiting for my freaking ride. So they're probably getting off from work.
You could be going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Ooh. So bring me some. I'm hungry.
Anybody in stream is listening and has money, please buy me food. I am starving.
Donate to the stream so I can get some takeout, please. I'm a starving child.
Don't actually do that, by the way.
Yeah, don't. Unless you want to, but don't. For real though, I don't even think that donations are enabled on this channel. Like you can like do a super oh shit. I think you can do like a super chat if it's enabled. But like don't spend money on a streamer like me. Until I'm very popular and you actually get some clout off of it. Like that's the only reason why I would like donate to a streamer, like to have my name appear with a funny message. So that people might reply to it or look at the guy who posted it. Like, hey, this guy is funny. I'm gonna click on his channel as well. Slight chance, but it... You would?
I would donate just so a guy could feed his dog.
That too. Like, if a streamer is really good, I have donated to streamers. That's like my sin.
You donated to, what was his name?
Oh no, it's Alex, to get, like, into the, Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have, like, a shifting opinion on Oh no, it's Alex. I think he's a very great guy. I think his PC port reviews are very great, but his fanboy videos are starting to feel like pyrocynical slop.
Yeah, when he starts whining and complaining, it gets tiring. Like, yeah, he's great at fixing a Steam Deck, and he's helped me figure out a few things when it comes to emulation, but, his other videos? Nah, it's boring.
I get where he's coming from, because I sometimes click on one of those fanboy videos, and it's just... Like, people keep drip-feeding him the content to talk about. You've donated to Pokimane and Belle Delphine. No.
What?
Oh, that's what
That was
Eli's
one
saying in the
time.
chat. El Diablo is saying that in chat. What do you mean it's one time? What did you, Wayne, what did you do? Shit.
So,
Got it.
what do you think about the footprints Ratchet leaves whenever he walks in the snow?
Amazing that they've added... Yeah, oh my god, yeah. Amazing that they did that. They didn't need to go that far, but they did.
I just noticed that.
To me, when I donate to Fishnom to talk about Fishnom to talk about toilets. Wayne bought the bath water. Wayne, did you buy Belle Delphine's bath water?
I was thirsty. I needed a drink.
There are better ways to go about getting a drink.
Well, until I hear of one, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Right, I don't know if this is true or not, but didn't someone actually buy the bathwater and drink it in
Yes.
Hershey's or something?
not herpes, but I heard that they got sick because of it. Also, yeah, that's disgusting. But coming back to Oh No, It's Alex, I think, yeah, because people keep drip feeding him the content that he makes, like the slop that he makes for that. Like people on Twitter, like whenever he makes a video, you can see that the people on Twitter, and especially PlayStation fanboys, are just, they talk out of their ass to justify their purchase, which is kind of weird to me. Like, as someone who owned a PlayStation 5, I sold that thing for a new graphics card. I'm sorry.
And you forgot to cancel your pre-order for Sonic and Shadow Generations. So now
Yeah,
you
so,
have a copy of the game that you can't even play.
Exactly. So in the cabinet right here, I have a copy of Sonic X Shadow Generations that is sealed. I'm keeping on to it. I'm not going to get rid of it.
That may be a lot of money in the future.
Maybe. That would be kind of cool. That animation glitched out. Anyway, yeah, so Oh No, It's Alex is, I like his content, I like his PC port reviews, the drama that he gets into, because a lot of PlayStation fanboys don't know how to use their brain.
PlayStation
Like saying
5 has no brain cells.
It doesn't. But especially when it comes to, what is his name again? Reforge Gaming. He's got a big forehead just like me. Except I use the content of my big forehead. I run Linux, by the way. Linux mentioned. Thank you, thank you. Because I use my brain. My brain stopped working. He keeps talking about how the Xbox Quick Resume is the same as putting your PlayStation 5 in hibernation mode. And again, as someone who owned a PS5, it's not the same. I owned a Series X. I have a Series S in my cabinet. Quick Resume is way better. Wayne's got one. So, Wayne, how does Quick Resume work?
So, say you're playing Batman Arkham Knight, and you need to go to the opera to watch the Minecraft movie or whatever. So you turn off your Xbox Series X, and you come back home, and say you forgot you were playing Arkham Knight, so you switch on to Fortnite or something because you're an epic gamer. If you go back to Arkham Knight the next day, and you suddenly remember it, you will continue right where you left off. If you were in the middle of punching Riddler in the face, you'll continue right from there.
So you don't see the title screen of the game, it doesn't replay the intros, you're not in the main menu, it's literally like the moment you slam dunk someone in the face. That's where you continue.
Yep. Most of the time. Not every game works with that. It's mostly the online games that don't work with it. Because it'll like, oh, connecting online, connecting offline, you're now offline, please restart your game. It gets annoying. Fortnite supports the... what's it called? What we just talked about, what's it called?
Quick Resume.
Fortnite supports Quick Resume, but support in a weird way. Like, I don't know why it says it supports it. It doesn't work, because it literally just logs you out.
Yeah, so you gotta log in again.
Yep. So it's kind of pointless having it on the Xbox for Fortnite. But for, like, single-player games or offline games or stuff like that, it works perfectly. Almost. I don't know about the Series S or the Xbox One anymore, but the Series
so
X
the Series,
up to 8 games that you can quick resume.
So the regular Xbox One S, I owned one, it has quick resume for 2 games. And that's only because it can switch between the 2 games. When it comes to the Series S, it has the exact same feature when it comes to quick resume. If you use like the internal SSD or like the SSD card, it can do the quick resume.
Ew.
So it can. I tried it with Oblivion Remastered while I had Game Pass. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, Reforge on the internet was going on about how putting your PlayStation in standby mode is the same. It's not, so you heard it from 2 Xbox. People who like owned an Xbox and own an Xbox. Can I please also get into Twitter drama with PlayStation fanboy? Nah, I'm kidding. It's not my market, not my interest. Like, if you feel the need that if you really need to defend your purchase, you know, be my guest. Again, the controller that I keep yapping about, $60.
How long do you think
That's
it's
an
gonna last?
Honestly, for $60, I expect at least a year. But if I'm gonna hold it up to a standard, 5 years. I have like an Xbox One controller in my cabinet. Still works great, but my cable, like the cable that you need for that one, is a micro USB cable, so not a USB-C one. A micro USB cable, and I have them somewhere, but where I have no clue.
The controller I've got for my Xbox Series X is the same that I used for my first Xbox One. It still works perfectly to this day. No drift, no sticky buttons, no nothing.
Yeah, so they're like cross-compatible as well.
Oh yeah. Not with just the Xbox, but also the Steam Deck.
Which is pretty good. Oh, El Diablo is saying PlayStation fanboys are also the same type of people to complain about the woke mob taking over gaming. Agreed. But it's like the same cookie cutter stuff that you see on YouTube. It's the slop content is what I call it. It's like pyrocynical going on the internet, recycling someone else's video by commenting over it, and being like, "Oh guys, this is insane. Let me open up my Opera GX browser, sponsored by the way, and let me just slam dunk the buttons on my very loud keyboard that my stream keeps picking up." That's pyrocynical.
Wait, did you buy the Hydro Pack? For Clank?
Did I? No.
I don't think you had. I think you just ran out.
I ran out, but I can run back.
Chuck,
Right.
your fear of women is so severe that it's affecting your gameplay.
Oops. I messed. Am I severe lapse of judgment? I have to go back up. But at least the enemies won't respawn.
Wait, since that was a shot point, will that not have a teleporter or something for you to use?
It does.
Or a
You're
fast
saying this to me as I use the teleporter because of the delay. The fuck is woke? Am I woke? Do I want to be woke? What is woke? Woke has become this buzzword that's being used online to describe anything that could be considered diverse in a video game, movie, or whatever. People will use that to critique diversity and stuff while not giving valid criticisms, but only I don't know, being a dingus about it. If you want to have a great example of someone who is very anti-woke and a chat of a man, look up the Synthetic Gamer on YouTube and you'll see what I mean. He has a woke counter in his videos, and every time a woman just appears on stream, the counter goes up. And I'm not exaggerating, I'm not kidding, that's literally what he does.
He would have a field day playing fucking Lara Croft.
Bro, he would. Honestly, I think at some point, I think it's a bit that he's doing, because you can't be serious, or he just knows that it makes money.
Or both?
Maybe a bit of both. Maybe he's just, you know, he's playing the game. One guy that's a bit more clear about being anti-woke for the monies is Andy Pence Gaming. That was a guy that I used to watch for Xbox content. But he was a bit of an Xbox fanboy, not gonna lie. And when he noticed that being an Xbox guy, you know, talking about the Xbox console features and stuff and games, he eventually stopped and decided, like, nah, anti-woke videos are what I'm gonna do now. And it's just him weaponizing his religion, which he doesn't seem to understand a lot about. As a Christian, I can't, or, well, I used to be. I was raised a Christian. I don't consider myself...
These guys on our stream.
I don't think I have a big enough influence to actually be in their vicinity. Like, maybe they can. They can watch Chuck's Live #2, where I mention them and call them idiots. Well, are they really idiots if the system is working? If the system is literally rewarding them with money?
Probably.
Is it?
I mean, have you ever watched like You've Been Framed or America's Top Funniest Families or something like that? And it's like people jumping off trampolines and hurting their face, and they get
We
money
have
for
something.
that.
Wow, we have like laughing about home videos in the Netherlands, but it's just recycled videos from America, where stuff like that happens. Like people will break their back on a trampoline.
If it worked for Johnny Knoxville, I guess.
If it works, it ain't stupid, but I still think those YouTubers are stupid. I think, okay, so this is the last time I'm gonna mention something political like that, but I think spreading hatred for views and money is, in the long run, very dumb. And you only get yourself with it, because at some point, it's not just about hating someone who's different, it's about hating someone who's slightly different. And that slightly different might be you in the future, so, I don't know.
In my opinion, I think it's bad and wrong. So much so that we need to combine it into his own word. Badong.
I put the laugh track on it because that was funny. Kung Pao is a masterpiece.
Hang on. There's an old defense turret over there. Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I sincerely doubt it.
We could have just called this the very Badong stream.
Oh shit. Everything is going so badong, I don't have the right weapon enabled. Okay, so this turret section is actually one of the most difficult turret sections in the game, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm not kidding.
Skill issue.
It most definitely is. Even when I was a kid, I struggled with this turret section.
Oh, I can't say anything. I had a nosebleed last night playing San Andreas. No, Vice City.
Vice
I couldn't
City?
do that Copland mission. You were sitting there in the call, hearing me rage all sorts about how stressful that was.
Yep. To be fair, I played Vice City a lot as a kid, so even if there was a mission that's very difficult, like the one with the little helicopter, I wouldn't know about it, because I replayed those games so many times that it's just second nature to me.
You know, for the turret missions in Ratchet and Clank, the hardest one I found was that army level.
Army level? The last one, or?
You encounter the blue
Oh, the
people.
Battalia. The
Yeah, that
Battalia
one.
level.
Yeah, I thought that was the hardest turret mission.
Oh shit.
Have you ever noticed that a lot of PlayStation 2 games at the very end always had turret missions at its conclusion?
Yep,
So,
Sly
like,
did it.
Sly did it. I think one of the Thai games did it. Devil May Cry did it.
Oh yeah, with the Mundus boss fight at the end.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Scalar.
No!
Scalar did it as well.
Please, 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 break, 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 break.
I'm surprised Jack and Daxter haven't done it.
Ratchet and Clank didn't do it either. Like, this is one of the turret sections that is in the game, but it's not at the end, it's at the middle. Or like at the quarter end. I implore you to reconsider. I've changed my mind. I don't know what I'm changing my mind about, but I've changed it.
Also, something I've also noticed is PlayStation 3 games, sorry, not PlayStation 3, PlayStation 1 games by the third title always had some form of like extra minigame, like skating, sliding, riding in a helicopter, stuff like that. Spyro and
Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, did that a lot. What do you think about it?
I actually like Crash Bandicoot 3 more. No, I think Crash Bandicoot 2 had more of a balance. Coming to think
Yeah,
of
I
it,
can get that one.
I did like the helicopter missions in Crash 3, but that's like one of the many missions that might have, or one of the many levels that weren't that great.
I'll be honest, I enjoyed Crash 3 the least out of the trilogy. That's probably a hot take.
I think you're pretty on the popular opinion with that one.
Really? When I read
Yeah,
online
like-
on Reddit and stuff like that, a lot of people seem to think that they like the variety.
I think it's mainly because a lot of people grew up with Crash 2 and 3 and not with Crash 1.
Oh, that one was my favourite.
Crash 1 or Crash 2?
Crash 1. But if we're talking about like overall series, Crash to Insanity. That game is a sloppy pile of mess, but it's still amazing.
I'm locking in because oh my god, 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 these helicopters are no. Oh my god, I don't know which button to press anymore for the laugh track. This turret section is eating my handing me my own ass. It's not eating my ass. What am I saying?
I can feel your blood pressure rising.
You have no clue. I'm locked in. I'm locked the fuck in. I'm locking in. I'm starting to remember why I didn't like this level as a kid, and I'm slowly getting flashbacks of me raging at this level, maybe throwing my controller, but not too hard because I was not very rich back then.
Maybe your controller might not last as long as you think after this.
The urge to throw my controller isn't here yet, but it might be soon.
There's nothing worse than when you have a lot of expensive equipment now that you're an adult, and you start tweeting because you can't throw it anymore.
Yep. Well, as a kid, you can't throw it either because, you know, stuff is expensive. I mean, even as a kid, when I grew up, I was taught that stuff was expensive. We are not very rich. Be safe with your stuff.
I got angry at games a few times when I was a kid, but I never threw my controller or anything.
I don't get the gamer rage either. Like, I would pause the game, go to the kitchen, grab a bite to eat, or grab, like, a drink. But something to just get my mind out of it, because I knew that I was not gonna win if I kept raging at the game.
At least nowadays we can make use of save states.
Oh yeah, true.
Like,
I don't know how to use save states.
You
Did it.
hold, I think you'd need to hold... What was it for you? Your select button, then press R1 to save,
You are about to embark on
then
a
select,
very
then
dangerous
L1 to load.
We will be launching a heavily armed surprise attack from our new
That's how I do
Well,
it on the...
completely unarmed planet.
Well, too late. I already did it.
Doesn't sound too
Yay!
dangerous.
I was 10 26 times your stream.
Steal the power generators from Gorda City.
Always wanted to use that one.
Destroy anything that doesn't move. Oh, and don't forget, have fun.
Have fun. Chairman Drek is such an asshole in this game.
Yeah, but it comes naturally to him.
Yeah. That's why I also don't like the movie version of Chairman Drek. One thing I noticed design-wise is that the movie version has like regular pupils, regular eyes, human-looking eyes.
Oh,
And he's a bit of a, yeah, and he's a bit of a goofball. But in this game, he has like full blue eyes, no emotion. And when he smirks, he looks evil and awful and like a
I
demon.
prefer that.
Yeah, I prefer that too. Like, that's a good villain. Like, this Chairman Drek is not just a wacky-tacky, funny, woohoo-waha businessman. This guy's a genuine threat to the world and a piece of shit.
Like, that guy
I mean-
would probably sell his own mother for a bag of milk.
For a bag of milk. He would. I'm too lazy to turn around. Are you winning? I won. I won. Hold on. Let me just, Victory. Wait, did I? Yeah. Saw an enemy. Wait, like Chairman Drek in this game? One of the greatest villains to ever live.
I can't remember if you went back and got that hydro pack.
I did. Oh, but now I'm starting to doubt. Hold on. Yeah, I do have it. Brain fart moment. All right.
What was your least favorite planet on this game?
This one. This one. This level.
Really?
Hoven, yeah. Honestly, it's I'd rather have the planet that comes after the Gremlin base, which is the one with the lightning and everything.
Oh,
I think
hate
that one is.
so much.
I think it's a better level than this one, because this level has a lot of gotchas.
You said that just as I saw you get turned into a block of ice. And I was like, oh,
That-
now it
that's
makes
on me.
sense. Nico,
Yeah,
like,
I just slid into the ice. Maybe I'm a bit too harsh on this level. Maybe the one that comes after with the lightning. I forgot its name. I think it's Udoria. Udoria. Shit. I think that level is worse because the wind keeps blowing you off your tracks and it's not very nice. All right, let's go. Yeah, now we got it. Not today. Come on.
oh, Chuck, I will be back in 2 seconds.
No problemo. So now am I gonna get the chat entertained? So anyway, the weather outside, very rainy, am I right, lads? So anyway, back in the day, before the back rooms, you had Gary's mod. And Half-Life. You didn't even need a weird creature in your level. Just the ambience, the textures, just the feel, the vibe of it was enough to scare you. I'm also not doing the Markiplier bit where he's jingling the keys, because that would make me an unoriginal guy, and I'm very original. What's your opinion on toxic waste? So anyway, I think we should dump more toxins into the ocean. I mean, especially used car batteries, because who's gonna charge up the electric eels? Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, the ocean can have a few car batteries as a little treat.
Yeah, as a little treat. Welcome back.
I had to deal with my dog there, sorry.
No problem.
Oh, heck.
Is there a problem, sir?
Y'all wouldn't have any.
Okay, so this guy just said heck. Our stream is gonna get demonetized, removed from YouTube. Flagged as inappropriate.
That rock is
The second cuss word of the day is cumtube.
What is a cumjube?
Well, shoot my
I do not want to elaborate any further.
Sally. Thanks, partner.
No problem.
Okay.
Suppose I could take that
Why should you never fight a dinosaur?
Heck, here you go.
I don't know, because it's giant. It's gonna stomp on me. I love toxic waste. I think we should all be allowed to bathe in it. To be fair, I think bathing in toxic waste is gonna solve a lot of problems. You know how you never have like a torch on you, or like if you're American, a flashlight, like the little stick that gives light. I think a torch. I think that when we bathe into toxic waste, we start to glow green, which means we're always, we can always see something. We don't need street lamps anymore, so the light pollution is finally solved.
It is time to begin your newest.
Wouldn't that create more light pollution?
A photo op by your shiny new shuttle.
The idea has some kinks.
Oh, you really are an idiot.
What is light pollution anyway?
You were to take that shuttle to the moon base and
It's when a town or a stadium or something that has a lot of light beams that stuff up into the sky. It's considered
of course.
light pollution.
There is just
I don't know what the effects of light pollution are.
washed up for ground combat? True. That is
Well,
why
right now,
you a starfighter.
here in Scotland,
You can
The sky looks quite.
It's settled then.
You can tell it's nighttime,
Require the starfighter
but it
once
looks like bright nighttime for some reason.
Screw this up, and the
Like the
And
sky is
I
still
don't
being
know-
lit up.
Kinda, yeah.
But that would ruin me.
We have that here
It's
as
like
well. We have like a giant football stadium that keeps the sky illuminated.
I think it's because I live. Well, I'm not going to dox myself, but next to a place that plays a lot of big important events.
Ah. Oh, why should you never fight a dinosaur?
Don't know why.
You'll get your ass kicked.
That's good.
I sense the ship. We must have missed him.
Who knows where Quark is now?
So Ratchet is still on a vendetta against Captain Quark. I kind of understand where he's coming from.
Will supply the ship we need.
Well, we're here.
All he wanted was just a ship to fly, and now he gets dragged into this adventure that he did not want to be in.
Oh my god, Chuck, Quark has been here.
How can you tell?
Monkey is pregnant. I mean, how was he supposed to know it was his sister? It was mating season. Don't we have that on the soundboard for our server?
Yeah, can you play it?
Right now? No.
Yeah, do it.
I can't. Oh, okay, see if I can find it. I don't know if it's gonna play.
Those pulsing towers.
Oh, it's not here, Chuck.
Why not?
It's in the Ratchet and Clank server.
It was mating season. How could I have known she was your sister?
You said it, pal.
But yeah, so in Ratchet and Clank, Quark canonically did naughty stuff with the monkey.
Not just any monkey, but his sidekick's sister.
Yeah, but it was mating season.
How was he supposed to know?
He didn't know! He didn't know any better.
Imagine getting away with that in the club, like you're dancing with some other dude's girls. Like, how was I meant to know it was your girlfriend? It's mating season.
Mainly because it's mating season.
Are
Yo, I'm gonna save on ammo by just launching these little critters.
you using the suck cannon?
Yeah.
I wonder if my warranty is still intact.
What did you do with the suck cannon?
Nothing.
What did you do with it? What did you do?
Well, I was eating a bagel and there was a lot of crumbs. So, naturally, I had to clean up. However, my cat got curious and stuck his entire head in there, and now I no longer have a cat.
Jesus.
You know what I think this is one of my favourite planets in Ratchet and Clank.
What, the
It
Gremlin
kinda reminds
base?
me of- Yeah, I don't know why, but it sort of reminds me of that Stitch game on PlayStation 2.
I never played it, but I did see like a trailer for the Stitch game on PlayStation 2 on the PS2 demo disc.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, back then you still had like physical magazines and stuff, and times were different. You stole the joke, Wayne stole my reaction, can't believe it. Wayne, I donated to you on a daily basis. I recognize it's your turn to empty your pockets.
I
Well, I
don't even
reckon-
know who you are.
I don't know, but it's something that Pink says, like, I reckon it's your turn to empty your pockets. In
I'm
other
not
words,
wearing
you owe
any-
someone money.
Somebody owes me money, and I just remembered this today. A while ago, I went to town, and I had to buy them a drink because they didn't have their ID on them. Don't worry, they are old enough. They're older than me. Blocked my blue wicked for 220, and it just hit me today as I woke up that they never paid me back for that. Raging.
That's outrageous.
This is unfair. This is outrageous.
How can you be at in the Jedi Council and not be a Master Jedi?
Take a sip, young Skywalker.
What I really like about the Gremlin base in this game is the soundtrack, just the song.
Oh, I wish I could hear it.
It's a vibe.
Problem is, right now, the rain is too loud. And if I go any closer to my TV, the mic is going to pick it up.
Ooh. Yeah, so we gotta find a way to stream the game simultaneously with Discord. I don't know if it's gonna impact the OBS recording.
Only one way to find out. Next stream.
Next stream. Don't worry,
Oh,
we're
like-
gonna be like Batman with prep time.
Batman drinking coffee, perhaps?
Oh yeah, batmandrinking.coffee. My website. Mine.
Yeah, we could put you in merch on there.
We could. I don't know what the legal implications are for that.
Good point.
I think we're gonna be fine though.
Oh shit, what about the tariffs and
Ooh.
that? Like, our American viewers want to catch a UNF jumper.
UNF jumper. I don't know. Maybe do a deal with companies that are both in America and in Europe, so they can produce in both countries.
I wasn't thinking we do that. There's a company here where I live that will just put your logo onto a jumper, and given how we are not that big, we could probably handle it.
We just got a critique from Tox. You're gonna need more funny shit next stream.
We're trying our best.
Oh, that's because of the laugh button abuse. I'm downvoting the stream. Oh, wow.
Wow.
You know who else is downvoting the stream?
My mom.
I'm volunteering myself to talk about the most horrible things you've ever heard of. No. Thanks. No. No.
I got some great bargains for you.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm sorry we'll have to decline.
This is a family-friendly 18+ stream.
I do like to keep it a little bit clean. So, as much as I have very strong political beliefs about the Solana Galaxy and the monopoly that Gadgetron currently holds on the weapon distribution market, I don't want to get too political.
At least Gadgetron doesn't make you pay tariffs.
Until you play the third game where they do. The weapons
Wait,
are
what?
the weapons are like more expensive in Ratchet and Clank 3, but also not just the weapons, but the amount of bolts that you earn in that game are more plentiful. So I think it's more like the economy has crashed and now everything is more expensive. It's kind of like the real world. But who's gonna talk about the history of toilets then? I don't know. We'll just watch Skibbity Toilet for that. Skibbity Toilet? Ooh! Michael Bay is gonna make a Skibbity Toilet movie. How about that?
I'm gonna watch that.
Like with the Minecraft movie, I'm gonna watch that out of curiosity.
Do you think they'll be able to use the song though?
They might do like a remixed version or ask for like a license to use the song. I mean,
Like,
at this point, the song is only like it has only increased in popularity because of Skibbity Toilet, so they might as well just do it.
Like, having Skibbity Toilet and not having that song is a bit weird.
it would take away the essence from Skibidi Toilet. I think the Skibidi movie the Skibidi Toilet movie got cancelled, is what El Diablo is saying. It was, but a new news article popped up on my feed saying that it's actually gonna happen for real this time.
It better.
I don't know. I don't think every odd thing on the internet should be adapted into a movie. Like some video games work better as video games.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Some
Minecraft
do
movie
work
was
good.
yeah, the Minecraft movie worked amazing. That was like a masterpiece.
And the Devil May Cry TV series is passable.
Yes, and I guess for newcomers, it's a pretty good anime. If you are a DMC veteran, it's probably gonna piss you off that they use like all the main bosses in one season as side characters.
A lady saying fuck like 10 million miles per hour.
Yeah, like that was very unnecessary.
You gave her fucking Tourette's. Devil may swear. They should bleep that. Like, let's do an edit, Chuck, where we take clips from the show and it's just lady and we just bleep it all out. How funny would it be?
That would be very funny. We had like lady swearing so much in that anime felt so out of place, even for her. Like she does swear a bunch of times in the games, but not to that extent.
She's probably got her own curse of the day.
Fuck Knuckle, fucking demon.
Her
Demon
curse of
scum.
the day, Step Wombat.
She isn't even classy about it. Like Virgil is saying shit like demon scum, but that's like, yeah, good on you, Verge. Those demons are indeed scum.
Wait, he said demon scum?
Yeah.
I thought he was... You know what, never mind.
Jason, what's his name, and Jack Black were so good, though. Also, of course, adult man stuck in the past befriending a kid could only work in that kind of area in a city, he'd be arrested. Bro, did you know that Jason Momoa's character, the old man who plays video games, is a subtle nod to Dr. Disrespect?
I thought it was a nod to Minecraft streamers that a grown-ass man is hanging out with children.
It is. Talking about Dr. Disrespect, no, I'm not gonna press the button. I'm not gonna do it, no. Dr. Disrespect is currently still streaming on YouTube, and he has a very strong following still, so I'm not gonna open up that can of worms.
Oof. How does
Yeah.
he still have a strong following?
I don't know, maybe he just told his chat like, hey, I didn't do anything weird. I swear. And the 14-year-olds that watch his Call of Duty streams are all like, yeah, I agree with this grown-ass man.
They probably... I nearly said something that was like, nah, oof. I don't like Dr.
Yeah.
Disrespect. I never liked them.
He used to be the reason why I watched or like played Call of Duty for a little while, but then he got controversial. I thought he was entertaining, sure, like his character is funny, but only to a certain extent. There was a shady reason why he got banned off of Twitch, and then I think he got temporarily kicked off of YouTube, but I'm not certain, so don't hold me on that.
Wait, why did he get banned from Twitch?
So on Twitch, he did like a whisper chat.
Would you like to talk about this?
We can talk about this because it's already been disclosed by he himself and his team.
Alright.
Okay, so long story short, he had whisper chats, which is like a secret chat you can do in your Twitch live stream, during your Twitch live stream, and he was making sexual jokes / remarks to a minor, is what I believe.
Yikes.
Yeah, and because it's on Twitch, the Twitch moderators can read that. They can see.
What does Twitch
So anyway,
moderator work? Like,
I
do you
think-
hire your mods, or...
I think you hire your own mods, but there are also people on the Twitch staff that will just make sure that nothing bad happens on their platform because they're liable. One of the reasons why I don't stream on Twitch, though, is because, should I just say it outright?
Maybe we'll get back to that later.
And maybe later. Like, I just don't feel comfortable on streaming on a platform that has, kids coming into contact with lewd content. That's all I'm willing to say about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to support a platform that's like that. And also their CEO is a bit creepy.
Yeah.
So now that I've condemned my future on Twitch... Oh. What were you saying, Wayne?
Also, Twitch rhymes with bitch, so it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Well, to be fair, now that I've condemned my future on Twitch by criticizing the platform slightly, I love Google. Google, awesome. Google, yeah, woo, Google, woo. I love monopolies. Hell yeah, Google, greatest monopoly there is. You know, it's Google. I use Google Docs. Love it.
Google used to be fun. They had this thing back in the day, like in 2006, called Elgoog, and it would do all sorts of silly fun things.
There used to be a time when Google had a slogan that was, I believe it was, "Don't be evil" or "Be not evil." And I don't want to say that they're evil now, but my Google just turned off the lights. Hold on, let me just fix that real quick.
I think it heard you praising it a bit too much.
I think Google picked up the fact that I was saying Google stuff. Also, of course, adult man stuck in the past befriending kid could work in. Okay, help. Oh yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't even know. Twitch is just not really intimate. It's really intimidating, and then the ties to Amazon. I just really don't like using that. Anyway, woo Google, yay! Please bring back Google Plus. I beg of you. Remember when EA's slogan was "Challenge everything"? Yeah, the only thing they're challenging now is your wallet.
I don't know. I'm feeling mentally challenged every time I play an EA game.
I have the same thing with Ubisoft games, especially when they're open world.
Oh, like Assassin's Creed.
Kinda. I think the formula never really changed up that much. Like, if you've played one of them, it's literally, you played one of them, you played all of them.
Except for the last three.
Because...
The last three have changed up quite a bit. They're more RPG-like, and I don't like that, personally. I don't really feel assassin-y.
I never gave the new Assassin's Creeds a chance because they were a bit of a cookie cutter of previous entries, which is not bad. Pokemon does it. Wait, it is bad. What am I saying? Yes, it is bad.
The only time you're going to hear me recommend Assassin's Creed is for two games: Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered.
What about Black Flag?
Yeah, let's wait for Black Flag Remastered.
Yeah, okay. Challenge everything, more like challenge your ability to buy food if you buy a game, because microtransactions will kill you. Yes.
I don't understand our love for microtransactions. Remember the backlash they had for...
And Battlefront 2?
Yep.
Yep. The funny thing is that they changed it later, so you can actually get stuff without opening up your wallet to the Sith Lords of EA.
Mm-hmm.
And times have changed so much that right now people are jumping on Battlefront 2, especially since May the 4th and stuff. People want a new Battlefield. They want a new Battlefront. Yes, they want a new game like Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2 is so good, then where's Battlefront 2 2?
I think there would be Battlefront 3. Wait, what am I doing? I can just use the suck cannon.
Suck.
Suck, suck, suck. Oh shit.
It's good to do
Oh.
something that works a few times, but have shit be stagnant and the mosquitoes will grow and suck you dry. What do talks mean by this?
It's good to do something that works a few times, but yeah, I think even the perfect formula gets still eventually. So the moment you stop innovating, you stop trying to improve your game. I'm not going to call it a product. It's a game. It's art. The moment you stop improving that, it's, I don't know. If you're not going to improve upon the previous entry or try something new, then why bother even making a sequel?
But say you're a game that's had like 26 sequels, and you're at the point, what else can I do? What do you do if you don't know what to do?
Make something that's completely new. Or don't make something until you find a new idea.
When are we getting Final Fantasy Kart Racer?
Tomorrow.
When are we getting Elder Scrolls Dating Simulator?
The Elder Scroll Lucy.
I don't think we can say that on stream, Chuck.
What, Elder Scroll Lucy? The El Ducy?
Are you going to start talking about Yarrow Balgrussy?
What about, what was that guy's name again? The Ulf Brucey.
Don Clusy.
The Dragonborn Lucy.
Stormcock.
Man, strafing is so useful.
Like, who do you actually side with in the Elder Scrolls? Like, well, 6? 5?
Well,
wait, what number is...
Skyrim is 5. I don't know who I would side with, because, again, I don't know a lot about the political views of the two factions, because I'm not that far in the game yet. I've yet to discover the bad, the good. I don't think that in a... You know what? There.
Right. Like, let me dumb it down for you. Have you met a dragon yet?
I met a dragon, killed a dragon.
There you go, that's a bad. Dragon bad. Bad dragon. This stream was not sponsored by Bad Dragon.
When it comes to Skyrim, I don't think I'm equipped enough to talk about the factions yet. I literally just got into Skyrim, and I know that's weird for 2025, but I used to not like fantasy settings, and now I'm kind of getting obsessed with them.
I think that's my fault.
Well, it's a good fault. It's not even a fault, it's good.
I think me and Diablo have kept bugging you to play Ball and Case free.
We could obtain a ship in there.
Yep, but now I did.
Now we need to get Diablo to actually play Ball and Gates free.
I gotta build them a new computer.
You could do that around Christmas time, can't you? That's when you're going to America, isn't it?
True, but I don't think I'll have the budget to immediately build a new computer. Especially now that computer parts are so ridiculously expensive.
Ah, just make one out of cardboard and breadsticks.
You can actually just make a case, a computer case, out of cardboard. And it's gonna work, kinda.
I would love a computer that looks like the iMac 2000 no, the Apple Macs from like 2004 or 2007. You know, the one with the blue shell and stuff like that? Where it's a little bit see-through? That square thing? I would love one that looked like that, but ran like a modern gaming computer.
That's like a sleeper build. It's where you make like an old computer look like a new computer. No, an old computer that has the specs of a new computer.
Yeah. Why is it called the sleeper build?
Because it looks like it's gonna sleep on the outside, but it's actually a powerhouse on the inside.
I've never had one of those.
I had a computer that was using a server, like a server case as its exterior. I painted it black to make sure that it would, you know, look cooler. But if I never painted the computer case black, or like the server case black, it would have looked like an old computer.
I kind of dig the old designs. I'm not really a fan of this sleek, thin, ultra neat design. Things were more
I'm not
funky back in like these in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of the fish tank look of computers that people are going for nowadays. Like, you can see the interior. That's great and all, but it's not for me. I just want that computer tucked away. I don't even want people to see my computer.
Not too long ago, I used to have an iMac 2007, and I used to play Undertale on it. And it shocked me every time I tried to turn it on. And I don't know why, but eventually we had to throw it out because I kept getting fucking electrocuted by my computer.
You got electrocuted by your computer?
Yup. I just wanted to play Undertale, man.
I mean, Undertale is a very heavy spec game, of course.
Is that?
No.
I don't know anything about computers. Like,
I had a
besides
very
the-
shitty, I had a very shitty laptop that I was using for school, and it was, it was not very great to run Windows 10 on it, so I installed a very lightweight version of Linux on it, Linux mentioned. And I could run Undertale on that piece of crap, which was pretty cool.
Oh, that
that
is right.
crazy.
Isn't... Uh-oh.
No! Oh, the spike ball, okay, so no new chats. Well, died.
Womp womp.
Biggest womp in history moment.
What was I gonna say? Didn't Steam just recently stop supporting Windows 10?
No, they stopped supporting Windows 7.
Oh. Is that a big deal? Like PC gamers?
There might be people from other countries that don't have it that well financially and that are still stuck on hardware that can only run Windows 7. And some people just choose not to upgrade to Windows 10 because they don't like it.
Was there a Windows 8 or a Windows 9?
There was a Windows 8, 8.1, there was not a Windows 9, and the reason why is because Windows 95 is still being referenced in old Windows installation files. So whenever you would use Windows 9 and you would try to boot Windows 9 or do something on Windows 9, it would get confused because it would think you were using a Windows 95 component.
From 1995?
Yeah, like the classic Windows 9095. Windows 95 for short, because that's what it was also called. So they skipped immediately to 10, and because it's a round number, and because there's never gonna be another version of Windows, right? So anyways, here's Windows 11, more telemetry, more bullshit, more bloat. It's making your computer slower. Like, I'm
Say something
biased,
nice. Say something nice about Windows 11.
Game Pass.
I said something
That-
nice.
Game Pass is a good service. Like, if you don't have a lot of money, but you still want to play new games that are like 40 bucks, 80 bucks a piece, Game Pass is a great deal.
Yeah.
Like, unless they increase the price again, I'm not gonna bitch about Game Pass.
I'm gonna bitch about it because I'm like paying £15 a month for Game Pass.
Yeah, so if you don't use all the games or like a lot of games from Game Pass, then it's really not worth it. But if you're someone who's like, hey, a new release of a new game, I want to play this, but I don't want to spend the full buck for it, Game Pass is pretty good. But if you're gonna continuously play the same game again and again and again, then maybe it's better to just buy that one single game. That's actually something that Phil Spencer also said. Like, if you just play one game, Game Pass is definitely not for you. You should just buy the game.
Now that you've mentioned that, I'm trying to think of what games do I play on Game Pass. There's Oblivion. There's Sea of Thieves. There's Dead by Daylight. What else is there that I've got?
Well, I love this moment. Captain Quark is pleading for his life.
We're not there yet in the stream, Chuck. The spoiler yet.
Well, you can't see it, but the stream will eventually see it. There he goes! I got sniped by Minecraft trying to open through a misclick, and then the Xbox tried to log me in. Question mark, question mark, question mark, and couldn't log me in, errors, and I'm trying to close you. I'm trying to close you! Yeah, the Microsoft Store on Windows is also awful.
I knew you'd come around.
But that has not helped us lower
My
the
my mum tried to get Game Pass once,
Just once relax
and
enjoy a
for some reason
success.
it was logging into my account on her PC. I don't know why.
Betcha this
Despite me never ever touching her computer, it was kind of scary.
It's kind of weird. Maybe it's like connected through a family thing. I don't know. But
I hope not.
Windows is weird in that it feels like a mutated potato.
It feels invasive.
That too. Especially with recall being a part in the future. Like, recall is gonna screenshot your shit unencrypted, or maybe it's gonna finally use encryption, but it's still easily hackable is what I gathered from news articles.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so recall is just your computer making continuous screenshots of your stuff so it can reopen those moments.
Let's go get him.
Now you are talking.
That sounds illegal.
A lot of people share that opinion on the internet. It should not be a thing.
Like, what if you're holding like super secret government files and stuff like that?
Then
Or like your
Microsoft is gonna maybe have a copy on their servers. They say that it's only local, but it's using their AI Copilot, and if you synchronize your stuff through OneDrive, it's gonna end up on their data servers anyway.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Clank? Clank? Come on, wake up!
Privacy will soon be a thing of the past.
No goofball.
Yes.
Ratchet.
What?
Don't say mutated potato. I have one on the floor right now, and it's sad. Okay, well, Microsoft Windows feels like an operating system that stems from the 90s, and it has features slapped on top of it again and again and again, like building upon a broken base. And I'm not saying Linux is different, but the thing with Linux is that you have a lot of freedom to choose what you want to run. Like, right now I'm running Linux Mint. It's the basic of the basic version of Linux, but I am running it because after running half a year on Arch and Fedora, which are like flavors of Linux distros is what they call them. After running those, and I'm a novice Linux user, after running those, I needed more stability. I want something that just runs my stuff. It doesn't need to do more. It doesn't need to force me to reboot. It doesn't need to remember stuff for me. It needs to be a layer where I can run stuff on. That's it. A dumb computer.
Linux mentioned.
Oh, Linux mentioned.
Ding. We really need a counter for that.
I'm just playing the applause track whenever I mention Linux.
Hot take, but this is my favourite Ratchet design.
You mean the classic PS2 design? This one?
Yeah, that's what I used in Ratchet Clank 3. The old school in fact.
You're a bit far away, but yeah, in Ratchet & Clank 3, whenever you have like a Ratchet & Clank 1 save on it, you can just unlock the skin. And if you've played beyond the Gadgetron level, you also have like the discount, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's like a reward for playing the previous entry. It also makes the games feel more connected. Where's that little bugger? Come here. Oh, shit.
Bugger, I hardly know her. I should have back 2 seconds.
Alright.
Here, Chuck, actually, that reminds me, should we not take an intermission right now so our viewers can have a bathroom break and grab a snack or something?
Honestly, yeah, because I really need to take a wee. A wee, a wee. Wee, chosen one. All right, yeah, let's get to the BRB screen and we'll be back. All right, we're back. Wayne.
Hi-ho.
Okay, so the Discord is visible again. We're currently here. Great.
Wait, can the stream hear me?
Yes, yes, they can.
Oh, right, I need to stop saying slurs then.
Ooh, you gotta be very careful. You gotta be very careful with what you say, what you wish for.
And
Okay. No, what does that even mean? As a Skyrim expert.
So I'm not a Skyrim expert. It's more of a Morrowind thing. This one, it's a Dunmer word for foreigner, I believe. So anybody that's not a dark elf.
Uh-huh.
My logo isn't on your stream.
I'm noticing that right now. So there's a weird thing going on with the nested scenes in OBS. I have no clue what's going on. Let me see if I can just fix that real quick.
Diablo has spelt my name wrong. They forgot to capitalize the W.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's
Mods, ban
punishable
them.
offense. Banning. Let me see if I can just add it back. I can't. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. All right, I can hear myself on your end.
Oh, that's probably my TV. Hold on.
No problemo. Okay, so to fix the thing, I have to kind of mess around with the OBS. So I can't pause the stream.
Did I? Oh, there I am now. Did I fix it?
A little. Gotta be away. View. Multi-view. Can I just? Nope. So I can't change the scene without it showing on the stream. So I'm gonna do a little switcheroo thing, and it's gonna look good
Ooh,
in
I
a
hope
bit.
so.
And we're back. So now it looks great again. Had to do a little bit of finicky behind the scenes stuff. So took a peek behind the scenes. So you're welcome. Now the second portion, the game audio.
Does the game
Which
not
right
have
now,
audio?
no, because I manually added the audio.
Streaming is a nightmare. How does Vinny do this every day?
I don't know. Oh, I fixed it. So I think I just confused myself by so I have a nested stream for audio, which was something I was going to use in the future. Yeah. So oops. My mistake, my bad. But we're back. Also going the wrong way.
I wish we had like better graphics for this game, where we could actually see how wet Ratchet's fur looks in the rain.
Oh, they do have that in the newer games, but it's is it really worth it? Sure.
Oh, we're like a full minute behind in the stream.
Yeah, YouTube does that. I don't know why.
Is there a way to fix it, or?
Nope. There's like I've been trying to look into why it's delayed, but I noticed this with a lot of people that are streaming on YouTube. Oh no, it's Alex and Geratix. I can't see Wayne's avatar. Oh, real, he poofed, killing myself. Well, it's fixed now. It's fixed now. I had to do a little bit of OBS tinkering. Streaming is hard and difficult, but next time I will be more prepared.
I think the reason there's a minute delay. It's to prevent stream sniping. Like, you know, for people playing video games and stuff, like multiplayer games.
Wouldn't that insinuate that it's mainly just for gaming?
Perhaps.
Perhaps?
But like, it could also prevent people from getting, like, I don't know, it prevents... It seems like a way to prevent chaos happening. Like, say someone you don't like is streaming and you intend on disrupting the stream and they're constantly on the move. I imagine this is going to be able to help not predict where they are.
Maybe that could be a reason, or maybe the servers are just slow with the processing of the video because of the video media.
I'm really just reaching here.
Maybe. Anyway, now that we're back into the game, this is the best planet in the game. Right, Wayne?
I don't know, Poketaro still has my heart.
I just hate these little clankers.
Whoa, you can't say that. That's their word.
Yo, I have the sea pass.
Oh, what up, Clanker?
Yo, can a clanker come in your crypt?
Oh,
I have to wait for my little guys to despawn so that they can actually kill the robots. Also, fun fact about your profile pic, because it's being recognized as a video, it has its own audio track, yeah.
It shouldn't have any audio whatsoever.
It shouldn't, but it does.
I hope
The audio is
Basin
silent. I think the audio might be just static. Oh, no, it's not picking up any audio. So it's just, it has an audio track, but it's not being used.
Oh,
A little
I
bit
need to
weird.
find like a profile picture then. Look, the worlds in this game.
What about the world?
I don't know, it just has the same vibe, the same feel, and that's along with the soundtrack as well.
I like the electrical thump noise. Some noises, some sounds are recycled from other levels, is what I notice.
Are you talking about sound effects or music?
Like the sound effects that are being used within the music.
I mean,
Oh, shit.
that's pretty common when making music, I reckon.
Pretty much just recycling samples.
Oh, do you have that little Gadgetron thing where you get to wear a helmet and a little mouse helps you?
Oh wait, I do!
Go back up there, lad.
Look, it's my little alien guy!
I wish I wasn't 10 minutes behind your stream, I would have caught that a lot faster.
Well, you didn't miss a lot. I was standing still there to shoot rockets at the little spaceship. Uh oh.
Like right now, I just got to you getting on that menu.
Oh, really?
Yep. Now you've just summoned the guy. There he is. I'm far behind.
Yeah, yes, but maybe in
I
the
think-
future I'll get to stream directly through Discord as well. That would make it easier.
I hope so, because doing live commentary on this when you're like a few seconds behind is quite difficult.
So anyway, how are you gonna defeat this? Oh, you already did it.
Shut! Oh my god,
You should have dodged.
there's his weak point. Attack it. What are you doing?
So anything exciting
wow.
happening in your side of the world?
I can't say anything if I get political. I don't want to talk about the guy because I don't like him.
Oh, okay. What about video games? What do you think of the Oblivion remaster?
Very good. I'm enjoying it. However, I'm at the one spot in the game where you know how every game has that just
Hey, welcome
has
to my
That one
really
level?
tedious
What
point,
can I get you? I'm looking for Drek.
like where you're just doing
yeah,
boring
I got
shit.
Lots of stuff on sale.
Yeah.
After the bombing,
I'm at the
no
boring
one
shit
is
part.
around to buy anything. Are you okay?
Right now, I'm just going
Prices?
through a bunch
Oh,
of
you bet. I can make you a deal
Oblivion
on a
gates,
busted
and
turbolator,
that's the
a
mission.
mangled carbonizer, or
Like a bunch
I
of
got
them.
this info,
What are
bud.
Oblivion
Guess
gates?
that bombing was pretty loud, huh? Oh, one shrewd negotiator.
Gates to Oblivion.
I'll tell you what. I can
They
let
take
this
you to like
Infobot go for half
Elder Scrolls
price.
Hell, and it looks like fucking Mustafar. So you have to go in, destroy the find a way to shut the gates down by I think getting to the centre of getting to the tower,
Well, that's
the
about
centre
it for
tower,
me.
and
Thanks.
finding
Quit your complaining. I gave you a great
something. I don't know
deal.
what it is.
Jeez.
Afraid to go out at night? Afraid
A
to
destroyed
go out
tower.
during
Close
the
the
day?
gate. Boom.
Just
No more
plain
beacons.
afraid? Then you
Ah.
need this. The Ultra
Did you buy the
Mech
Infobot?
Unlimited. This mech is the
Yeah,
ultimate
I got it.
addition
Bought
to
it.
the system. Blood
I'm
Industries
way
is
behind.
now taking pre-orders. Get yours before it's too late.
Now that's what I call serious firepower.
Well, Chuck, I can't wait to
Clank's
watch
gonna
this
be
intro
jealous
of this
if he
new
sees
video.
this.
What do you mean you've already beaten it? Oh, the Infobot for this level. This was one of my favourites when you played as Spoiler.
Is it really much of a spoiler? Yeah, okay, maybe. A little bit of a spoiler.
So how many
Wait a
planets from Ratchet 1 actually show up in later games? There's Belden, the Poketaru, Blackwater shows up for a little bit, but it's still part of it.
Metropolis.
Is this Rocket?
It shows up in Ratchet and Clank 3, like it's a throwback level. What I do notice is that the lighting in Ratchet and Clank 3 is way worse than the one in Ratchet and Clank 1. Like Metropolis feels more bland in Ratchet and Clank 3. I don't know what it is exactly that makes me feel that way. Like there's something in the level that just it doesn't sit right with me, and I don't know what it is.
That's how I want to know Shrek in the Shrek 5 movie.
Yeah, that art style looks a bit rough.
His jacket is different.
He looks too clean.
I think it was done by AI. I just know this story is going to be like, oh, Shrek is too caring for his daughter. Oh, his daughter doesn't understand how dangerous the world really is, and she wants to explore on her own. When Shrek realises how to be a good father, then the daughter realises how to listen to her dad, because dad's no best, I guess. It's going to be one of them.
I think that's gonna be that's a plot summary. That's like the entire movie.
Oh, and the dragon is pregnant again. Good job, Donkey.
Good job, Donkey.
Chuck, Donkey has been here.
How can you tell?
Dragon is pregnant. Are we ever
Neither-
going to explain these jokes to our viewers?
No.
Good.
It's better if they don't know.
I can't even remember where this started.
Somewhere on Discord.
I can't remember the original game we were playing when I made that joke.
Some. God damn it. Something Piggy's pregnant.
So I was thinking, once you finish this game, and we're doing, like, I'm actually playing it with you, should we do a story game together?
We could do a story game, or we could just do a game where we can just drop in, have some fun, and drop out.
Yeah, a chill stream.
Yeah, chill stream. Shit. I feel like I'm maneuvering through a laser oh, god damn it.
I hate this part, to be honest.
I remember failing a few times during this part. I don't like it.
What's Clank when you need him?
He's vibing. He's chilling. He's having his little, the AC is on, you know, he's listening to his favorite song in the ship.
Please don't break the window, he's listening to his favourite music, the AC is on, he's got his favourite snack.
Exactly. The Clank is doing dandy. Don't mind the little goober.
I feel like Quark, regardless, was to still run up, punch fuck out of Ratchet's window, and free Clank.
Just to be a hero.
Or a dick. I can't tell what I
I think he's learned his lesson by now, especially since Chairman Drek told him to well, basically just told him to fuck off.
I don't know, are you sure about that?
Either bring me Ratchet's head or fuck off, so I think Captain Quark learned his lesson and he's now a better person because of it. Oh, mother flipper. No, 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 the sun is a deadly laser.
This just in, Captain Quark has been cancelled on Gadget Twitter.
God damn it.
Sweet.
Of course he is. I can't believe it.
He was caught using slurs on Call of Duty towards the Poketara people.
Ooh. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. That is really rough.
They also sent DMs to a monkey's wife.
Ooh. Ooh.
But it was dating season.
Oh, then it's kind of understandable, you know, not trying to make excuses for someone like him, but, you know, it's, I kind of get where he's coming from. I really don't like the gravity boots in,
I think they looked really clean, to be honest. I kind of like how they look.
They look good, but I don't like how they control. Like, they feel very heavy, and in the later games you can, oh my god.
I like that if you jump, Ratchet does a wee stretch.
Yeah, that is kind of funny. I love that. That also makes this game a little bit more timeless. It's, look at the squash and stretch.
Yeah.
This is a game from 2001. Let that sink in.
So what now?
What? The sink?
What does he want now?
I don't know. He wants to come in.
Ooh, big stretch.
Ooh, the stretch.
Is Binky ever
Out
do
the
that?
edge? No, out the stretch. Binky stretches like that sometimes. Oh, for the viewers, Binky is my cat. He's a little goober. He be a little goober.
You be goobin. Yeah,
He be
good
goobin.
goober.
Alright.
Chuck, if I were you here, I would make a save state.
Well, what button combination was it again? I have to check on my 8-bit do
Select
Ultima.
R1 at the same time.
Hold on, let me just. I don't think those shortcuts are enabled for me.
Huh. Are you using PCSX2?
Yep, but I'm using the regular flatpak version, so not the Steam EmuDeck version, so that one might actually already come with commands.
Oh, that would be it, yeah.
MU Deck kind of does a lot of configuration for you on the Steam Deck, so that, you know, you don't need to do everything yourself, which is quite nice. Love it. Thank you. Oh, fuck. No. It's the devil. Shit.
Every time you say that, I think of the devil from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Hello, it's me, the devil.
From the Bible.
From the Bible. From the
That's a
Bible.
level.
Great, help me. Thank you.
Devastator? I hardly know her.
Hold on. I put the laugh track on. The laugh track is a little bit loud, though. I've noticed that the soundboard is a little bit loud on the stream, so I might need to tweak that for the next stream, but I think it's still funny.
Captain Quark.
Oh my god, it's Steve.
Come on, Quark. I know it's you.
The name's Steve. Pleased to meet you.
Look, Steve. I need to know where Drek.
So this is the original Steve.
You
My name is
say
Steve
too
moment.
late? Sir, it is never too late to acquire the latest in the
I know I'm
long line
10
of
seconds
quality
behind them.
products from
Probably a minute
Gadgetron.
behind your stream.
I have for
But you missed a gold ball.
Today only, the Gadgetron PDA.
Public display of affection?
No, personal delivery assistant. This device allows you to purchase
Do you think that's his real
wherever
name, Stephen
and
Clark?
whenever you want it.
Steve
Yeah?
McQuark.
How do I know it works?
You can always trust Gadgetron quality, or my name's not
Can't believe I missed a gold bolt. God damn.
Steve.
As much as I don't want to give Captain Quark money because he's a piece of shit, I kind of need that PDA. Especially for the last level. That's gonna be... You kind of need it.
Public display of affection?
Public display... No, like the mobile Gadgetron vendor.
Oh.
Like, if you're really behind on funds, you gotta decide, do you really want to use PDA? Because in the game, you can make a decision. You either go for the nanotech upgrade, or you get, like, the Tesla claw. I choose the nanotech upgrade every time.
Why was Ratchet chill with Steve there? Like, when he knew exactly who that was and he wanted to kill him?
I think after the humiliation, or like after humiliating Captain Quark by defeating him in battle, I think seeing Captain Quark being humbled like that made Ratchet realize, like, hey, maybe I should not care anymore.
Damn,
Ratchet
Clank,
switch
you
up.
can spare this guy.
Yeah. Ratchet
Aw.
switch up from being a dick to Quark to what he is right now is so weird to me. It goes really fast.
This game has a lot of early installment weirdness.
It does. I still think it's a great game. One of the greatest games out there.
Agreed.
Do we go to the... Yeah. So we're almost at the end of the game.
Wait, are you not doing the yellow ball thing?
No.
Or the tether thing?
Well, I guess
No.
Quark didn't eliminate
Oh.
them.
How observant of you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, if you were
I
only
think I
so
100% did
diligent
this in my
in
first
doing your
playthrough.
own job.
Yes.
You
Well,
can't,
the
because you gotta play the game twice.
Since our new planet is
No, I mean, like, all the
nearly
gold
finished,
bolts. I mean,
we need a plan to remove the
Alright,
world
Chad,
that's
it's almost
occupied
3
our
a.m.,
selected
so
orbit.
it's time for me
This
to
time
catch some
must be
Z's.
absolutely foolproof.
Zzz. Go in and be
Time is
epic.
wasting.
It is pretty late out, and we have been almost streaming for 3 hours, so... I don't know, Wayne, do you still got it in you to finish this, or are you like, hey, maybe we should split this up and...
well, think about it this way. We have this game, and only this game for today, right? But in the next stream, we would have this game, and then the next game. But if we finish it today, then we can focus more on the next game the next time we stream.
That is true.
So what would you like to do? I have enough energy to keep going all night. Besides, we're near the end, anyway.
That is true. Good. I'm just not gonna go get the extras then. I'm just gonna finish through the storyline. Because I know that there's a... Huh?
Sorry. I was saying we could make the extras like a Christmas special type of thing.
Christmas special. So these enemies are really annoying in the other level, but in this level they're just easy to cheese through. Watch me get humbled really quickly after saying that.
Wait, which enemy are you talking about?
The electric bolt shooting enemies.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the giant robot thing. Like Clank's brothers.
Nah. Well, I don't wanna close my eyes. Shit, shit. Got it.
Was it pi over infinity, or... Hey! You need help fixing that?
I love this
You know
part.
it's a nerd when he says, "Is it pi over infinity?" Or wait a minute.
To create huge, heavily armed mechs.
What?
So that's where those mechs...
Wait a minute.
Precisely. Had I known Drek was behind this, I never would have done it.
Is there anything we can do?
Well, if you'll volunteer to be enlarged, you may be able to stop those mechs.
Hey, that guy looks like you.
To sabotage this machine.
And then you will change me.
I knew you were gonna say that. I just knew it.
It's Jordan Freeman.
They got fucking Gordon Freeman in Ratchet and Clank before Grand Theft Auto 6. Can't believe this.
Oh, did you hear those rumors that Half-Life 3 might be announced this year?
Yeah, so apparently some guy was playtesting the game and he didn't keep his mouth shut.
They've got
And-
Half-Life 3 for GTA 6.
That would be so funny. Like, honestly, Gaben, please give us Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, Half-Life 3 before Grand Theft Auto 6. That would be the best shit ever.
Gabe Newell has this opportunity to do the funniest shit ever.
I mean, there have been a lot of leaks in the Source 2 code files. Like, they keep forgetting to remove the HLX reference files. Which is kind of funny. Because now we can kind of confirm that there is a Half-Life game coming.
It might not have a Half-Life 3 though, it could be like Half-Life Alex 2. Or something like that.
Half-Life 7 Electric Blue.
Are you still thinking about getting Half-Life Alex? Like the VR remote mod?
Yes, I really want to play the game mainly for the lore. I don't want to buy a VR headset just to play Half-Life Alyx. As much as that game is an experience and probably best enjoyed with a VR headset on, I'm only gonna buy a VR headset mainly for Half-Life Alyx, and then I'm never gonna touch the damn thing again. Which is
Well done.
true, but I'm not gonna play those. I was thinking about getting a MetaQuest for Batman Arkham and Half-Life Alyx, but then again, I'd meta.
I guess.
Yeah.
I've recalibrated the controls to allow only your specific circuit pattern.
Oh, perfect.
I don't know how to thank you too. Maybe this'll help.
I've never been much fan of VR.
No! From
The last time I played it was like with the Oculus Rift, and that thing made me go dizzy.
With the Hollow Guys, you
Oh,
can
last time I played it was with
thinking you're one of them.
someone we used to be friends with.
Match your wits against other robots. Work on robotic assembly lines. Attend robot parties. The Hollow Guys. Available only at Gadgetron headquarters for a limited time. Not to be used for illegal purposes.
It seems kind of unfair that Alex is locked behind
actually
VR.
become a robot.
If I can get
It's
that,
kind of
I'll be able to get past
not
those
very
robot
great
guards.
because the game adds a lot to the original ending of Half-Life 2 Episode 2,
What?
to the point where if you want to play Half-Life 3, there's no way they can just... Like, they have to assume that some people have not played Half-Life Alyx, right? They have to kind of assume that, because not everyone can afford a VR headset.
Or just straight up play it, because it makes people sick sometimes.
Yeah. as much as VR might be the future, I don't think we're at that point yet, no matter how much you want to glaze Half-Life Alyx. I think it's a great game. I've seen gameplay of it, I've seen people enjoy it, and maybe I'll change my opinion if I ever play the game myself through VR, but right now, no. No thank you.
I watched the other guy play it. Funnily enough, had the same name as me, Wayne Radio TV or something like that. And he was playing with a little gnome thing. It was so funny.
That is funny. Wait, is that like the Gaben gnome?
I think so.
This is starting
Gibbon.
to become annoying.
It's the one where like,
I'm not
he's
sure
he's
why I
doing this
bother
challenge,
you incompetent
and
idiots.
he's to carry the
All
gnome
right.
throughout the
Try this
entire
one
game.
more time. You are my most elite troops. I'm sending you down to the planet's surface to destroy those troublemakers. Now go! Oh, and if you have to destroy Gadgetron to get rid of them, so be it.
Where the subtitles go?
Yeah, so in the pre-rendered cutscenes, they just don't appear.
Stupid. That's what I seem to be most important.
Definitely. So as much as I want to play this game, like finish it, I think the 3-hour mark is right where I'm at my limit.
Yeah, I think maybe we should call it quits here. We are at a new planet.
We're at the new planet. We can finish this game later, maybe even in an in-betweener stream where we just yap and do that stuff. But right now, I think it's the best if we just cut it quits here.
Yeah. I mean, we've still got plenty to do. This is a big planet.
True.
Then we need to do the last planet that we just came back from. Then we need to do another planet after that.
I just realized where the extra Discord VC channel went. It went into this thing and it was loud as hell. Oops.
Is that bad?
I think we may have made people deaf by doing that. Nah, I'm
Good. So, outro time?
So I forgot to map the outro song button, so we have to do that the next time.
I've
But,
got it right here on Discord.
Okay, so when we're ready, we can press it. So this was the stream for Saturday, Chuck's Live number 2. Next week, we're going to do number 3. So don't
What we
forget to
did for
tune
number
in.
3.
Surprise! Who knows? It's definitely going to be a surprise, but it's going to be a welcome one. We're going to invite Joe Rogan. He's going to show up this time.
Hopefully,
know.
he read my DMs, but he's not responded.
I think he called my assistant a slur. Anyway, that aside,